I can't do the face.
Can't do the face.
Just
Can't do the
mention
disgust
Fortnite
face.
again.
Fortnite.
I can't do it again. I don't know how.
Daddy, but I love Fortnite.
Come on, Daddy.
Oh, that was like actually, that was like the other night I was playing Fortnite, and I was holding Max while I was on stream. Like it was like last night on stream. Had Max and I was playing Fortnite, and Max was just like staring at my screen. He was just mesmerized by the Fortnite. I'm like, well, he's starting young.
There's so many colors. He's like, it's so bright.
Yeah, he's just looking at him, and like as I gave him back to Al, he's there like his head's following the screen, like he wouldn't leave the screen. He's just like, ah. It's like, no, you're too young to play Fortnite. I got to deal with one kid. I'm not dealing with two kids wanting to play Fortnite. Jesus Christ, it'd be bad. I got to pay for my own skins. I can't be paying for Jack's and Max's.
I changed my t-shirt back.
Hey, I could change my t-shirt.
I was doing the peck pops going.
Oh, and you can't really see
You
it.
can't see it in this shirt.
Oh god.
I was doing that in the mirror the other day. I was just peck popping, just making like beats.
Beats like Terry Crews. Oh,
Yeah,
doing all the things. Oh my god.
It's hard to do it with your arms up though, because you can't really. I mean,
you
you
can, but
but
you got to really actually have that extra. Yeah, because it's like there's muscle when you do it. Like I can only do the kind of one.
Because when you do it straight, it's like do it easier. I when it's up here, you just like you can still do it, but
oh, I learned.
It's not as pronounced as the other one.
I learned a new way of when Jackson.
Hey, are we live right now? Are we actually?
Yeah.
I'm just saying because you're there talking about things.
Yeah, no, that's why. Because we're all here in the Beardy Bros submarine. The Beardy Bros submarine. The Beardy Bros submarine. And as we are here in our boat floating along, oh yes, with another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Oh my god, my camera's glitching. Did you see it? It's one of those weird glitches again.
A weird flash. Like,
yeah, it's one of those weird flashes again.
What camera is it?
I think it's because it's running through the splitter and the splitter's freaking out from it. It only seems to be if it's slightly bumped or something. The splitters are pretty cheap. I need to get better splitters.
That's weird. Yeah, still, it's flashing. That's weird.
But what was I saying? I has
It's in the Matrix.
It's the Matrix. I mean, I haven't
body.
I haven't fully tested to see if it works 100%.
Look like you've got a cigarette in your ear. Oh, this on the other side. Oh, you've no. It's like when the light hits it, there's like a cigarette. You'll see it.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw it before. Sitting there. What was it? Because I did my birthday stream last night. Yesterday, last night, and basically my goal, which I mean, my humor goal was like, okay, if people sub to me, what do I do? You know, to kind of like, not necessarily entice people, but if they were to sub, what would give them a reward? So basically, it was just a plate full of like whipped cream smacked to my face, and it was great. I did it a bunch of times on stream. Like it's such a mess. I had to shower twice, so it was crazy. So got in my hair, got in my beard. Because I did it like first time around, then it was like we had a bit of a break, and then I came back, and then I had to do it again afterwards.
Came back.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was fun. So, but at one point, Jack wanted to sit in the chair because I was doing stuff, and Jack wanted to sit in the chair and like play with the stream and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay. And then someone subbed, and I was like, well, I'm not in the chair. Jack's in the chair, so I'm like, pie to the face. So he got smacked with cream in the face, and he was like, at first he was like, ah, and then he was like, ah. And I was like, oh my god. And then I was like, well, oh, sorry. And I cleaned him up. I was like, I can move it out of the way. And he goes, no, not again. I'm like, no, I'm trying to get you out of the way. Like, move. Like, I can tidy it up and clean up.
Don't do that again.
And then so now I'm like, kind of not threatened him, but like scared him to the point where it's like, I want to try it out in times when he's being naughty. It's like if you're being like, because I said it in the car because he was being a little bit of a ratbag in the car when we were out today, and he's like carrying on, and I was like, "Do you want me to put a pie in? Do you want to like put a pie in your face? Do you want to get the cream again?" He goes, "No, no, 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 no."
But that's fun.
I know it's the fun, but I think I might have, I guess, slightly traumatized him a little bit. But at the same time, the little bit of fun that slightly traumatized him may have put him in line where it's like I can use it as leverage against him. So it's just like if he plays up, it's like, "You want some cream in the face?" And he's like, "No." So I want to see if it works more than once in the future. So it might be a trick that I've got now that I've like slightly traumatized him unfairly, which he'll hate any time in the future if he goes to like, you know, someone's like, "Ah, cream," he'll be like, "Ah," have nightmares for days. Like I may have scarred him for the rest of his life. I don't know, but
just like you should do his next birthday.
Smack him. Get the cake and splat it in his face.
Oh,
that's what one of the things I wanted to do was for my stream, but I was like, that's kind of a waste of cake because I was thinking of getting a cake and I could smush it in my face, but I was like, that's kind of a waste of cake.
Get an actual cheesecake and just
mush it against. Oh god, that would actually hurt. Yeah, hard.
Really?
Those things are pretty
it's
thick.
only the
Those things
make
are
a homemade
pretty...
one. Make it nice and loose so it doesn't actually get hard. And just splat.
But
or just get a custard cake.
Oh, a little bit of custard.
We love a little bit of custard, mate.
Oh, you didn't tell me there was custard. Oh, God.
Cream, custard.
A little bit of cream, a little bit of custard, a little bit of brandy cream.
Brandy cream. Whoa.
So and because we went out today as well. Caught up with some friends. Went to the arcade for like birthday catch-up hangs with a few friends. You know, it was open invitation. Only a couple of people showed up. It wasn't a big deal. It was like I was going out either way. I wanted to play at the arcade, so did that. Played a few games at the arcade, but then like we went to the shops afterwards because I wanted to grab a couple of things. And Jack was being a little terror. He was being a terror today. Like he was uncalled for. He just saw a thing that was like a Paw Patrol toy, and he's like, "Mine, I want it." I'm like, "Dude, no, you can't have it. You can't have anything you want."
Too much sugar. He got overexcited.
He was just like, I want it. It's like, dude, you can't have it. Do you have money? He goes, no. It's like, well, that's exactly it. If you don't have money, I don't have money to buy it. He's like, what are we doing? Like, you can't have it. And then he somehow climbed up on it, because it's up, like, well high above his head. Like, he must have stepped on the shelf. And he grabbed it, and he's like, mine, I want it. It's like, no, you can't have it. And he's hiding it behind his back like, you can't have it. And I'm like, no, you're going to give it back here. I'm trying to get it out of his hands, like, take it off him so I can put it back. And he's like, no. And he turns and runs over, and he trips over the shelf. And I was like, kind of like, oh, I was like, you're right, but karma serves you for being a little shit running away from me. He's like, you just hand over the toy. It would have been fine. Just hand over the toy, I could have put it back up, but he freaked out going, no, you can't take this off me, freaking piss bolts, and then slips over a shelf. It's like, well, what do you think's going to happen? This is the same principle of fucking stealing. Like, you're trying to say you can have this, it's mine. It's like, no, it's not yours. We haven't paid for it. You can't get what you want. You know, not everything's given to you. You gotta learn. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna try the cream thing in the future and be like, you want cream in the face, and see if he goes no, and then put it back. So.
Even then, it might be like, yes, please, and he just fucking licks it up.
Oh, well, that was like the other night when I was streaming. I went, someone was like, oh, you should tell your son he smells like beans. And I was like, okay. So I walked in on stream, and you could hear me on the headset, and I'm like, Jack, you smell like, because he's laying in bed, and I go, Jack, you smell like beans. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, okay then. he just agreed with me, and he's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Okay."
That's crazy.
Oh, he's a good kid. He's just having moments at this stage. Like he's never been like this before. It's only been now. I feel like it's only been now that we've got Maxwell, that Jack's been playing up. But like,
all the attention.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like he was never really like that before. And he got the attention anyway when we gave it to it. Like, it wasn't overly attention because most of the time he was always like, no, go away, leave me alone.
No, but still.
And then now it's just
animals
like...
are the same. Like, if you get another animal, they're like, yeah.
Now I want attention. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I never had the attention, but now I want the attention. It's like, well, the only reason he's got attention is basically to feed. Like, Maxwell's being fed. Like,
without already
crying,
with you. Like...
Here, you want to come show your skeleton? Yeah. Oh, I've got Jack walking in now. You heard his ears are burning. Huh? Just show your little skeleton off.
Damn, son.
He's got a little one of his toys.
Wiggles.
Wiggles and wobbles. It's one of his little prizes from the arcade.
Damn, son.
Huh? What are you doing?
It's on his head.
What are you doing? You gonna go to bed?
No.
You gonna go to bed?
No.
No.
Cream to the face.
You gonna go to bed?
No.
You gonna go to bed?
No.
Do you want
Dad.
cream to the face?
You could use that as a...
Did he just go yes? Did he finally just agree?
No.
Do you want cream?
No.
No.
Do you want me to get some cream?
No.
Then are you gonna go to bed? You gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
Huh? I'll get the cream.
No.
Oh, you better go to bed then.
But
Are you giving me a hug?
That was quick.
Alright, you gonna go to bed now? You gonna go to bed? Go on. Don't make me get the cream. Don't make me get the cream. I'll get the cream. No, go see mum. Go see mum.
No.
Alright, go see mum.
No.
No, go see mum.
He's
I'm
like,
doing,
but-
I'm doing the potty.
But she's got the cream.
I gotta tuck him in. Ah,
My
pause.
beard's bigger than a mug.
I gotta tuck him in quickly. I'll be back in a second.
Jesus.
Oh, this is gonna be an
You
edit.
leave me with
This is gonna be an edit.
Leave
I'll
me-
edit it. I'll edit it. I'll edit it.
carry on the potty.
You don't have to carry it. I'm gonna edit it.
Oh, but he'll be back. If he keeps this in or not, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But hell, I'm gonna be streaming some Resident Evil Village demo tonight over on the Twitch, which does might pop up here somewhere, and get whatever way Dale is, his Twitch up there somewhere, and you get to watch us both doing the crazy shenanigans either way, from here to here. Here to keep it in the damn camera, keep in frame. It'll be nice. Yeah, sure how. But yeah, something floating in the air. But I meant to stream last night, but I kind of had an 8-hour nap. Wasn't intentional. It just happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. But his screen's flickering. He's also pixelated. Like, his chair isn't. Everything else is. His mic's not pixelated and his chair's not. Everything else is. That is strange. Very strange. Very strange. Da-da-da-da. Man, we got some news today, this week, this evening. Whenever you're watching this, whenever that is, I'm not sure. But damn, that mic can pick things up. Damn, son.
Oh, I'm back. And sleep. I said sleep, not sleep.
Oh,
Oh.
I kept them entertained. I plugged our
I know,
Twitches and that.
I heard it. I'll have to try and figure something out how I'm going to edit that now. I don't know.
You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. I was like, I'll just pause it per se and then just
But
come
then
back.
what about this?
Oh, well, I'll figure out where I'm going to edit it. I've given myself work to do. It's going to be a trap.
Well, you could have just left it as it was, really.
I'll see. I'll have to have a look because I couldn't really hear too much because Jack was carrying on.
Yeah. Yeah, we heard all that. I was like, damn, his mic's sensitive.
That's why I'm like, maybe cut it out because he's just carrying on.
Yeah.
So basically, he wanted me to take him to bed. I go you tuck your kid into bed, whatever, First off, he doesn't run to his room. He runs into his brother's room for one. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I don't even know what he was doing in there. And then he runs into his room. And then I'm like, well, you got to go to bed. He goes, but I want to watch BB. It's just like, which is his tablet. It's like, well, dude, you were on the tablet, like, before... Is a cat coming in?
I heard a bang at the door. It could be Felix.
He's like, I want to watch BB. I'm like, you're watching BB and it's died. That's what happens.
BB.
When your battery dies, like your tablet's gonna die. You need to charge it. He goes, no, I want to watch it. It's like, well, you need to charge it if you want to watch it. He goes, no, I want to watch it. It's like, that's not how it works.
You can watch it and charge at the same time.
That's exactly it. It's like, but it needs to be plugged in. He goes, no. It's dead. He goes, no, it's not. I'm like, will it turn on? He goes, no. It's like, well then.
Kids don't know how that works. I don't think yet.
It's all magic. It's magic.
Like they think they want to play games on our phones. Our phones are dead. They still want to play them. They're like, you can't. It's got to be charged. Like,
I don't know. I'm doing this. I don't know if this tea's still alright. It's been my tea bucket thing for God knows how long. How do you know if tea does tea go off? It doesn't really go off, does it?
It's tea leaves, so probably not. Unless they've been messed with, like in things.
Diplomat teacup bags. Oh, I guess it is Diplomat. It's the
Diplomat. Diplomat tea. It's not the positivity what I was drinking. But yeah, I've done that. That sucks.
I don't know.
Get it out, it fucking falls off. This is entertainment.
The whole thing fell in with the string and all.
That's what I mean. Like, you gotta try and. Do you squeeze your tea bag? Or do you just. Suck on it?
Oh.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny because you said, do you squeeze it out? So I was like, I'll squeeze it out.
Why do you? That's like licking just tea leaves. It's crazy. Crazy.
But yeah, so.
My tea bag magic.
Tea bags magic. Invisibility.
I sometimes leave it in, take it out, doesn't.
Yeah, I haven't had tea for a while, so I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have tea this stream.
Just a plain
Podcast this stream. I never think it feels like a stream these days. I just think of stream.
It does like this because we're live.
We're live.
Well,
to us, we're live, not to the. But speaking, I'm gonna segue this. Speaking of streaming, did I even do the intro?
Yeah.
No, no, it's not happening. No, because I don't think I did the intro. How long have we gone for? We've gone for 18 minutes. I didn't do the intro, I don't think.
Oh well.
Well, what's up, Beardies and Beardettes? You're listening to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast.
Like straight away.
Well, usually I kind of ramble a little bit, then segue to the intro, and then I was rambling, started segueing, and then I rambled off again, yeah.
Because Jack came in, then you just, I don't know.
I guess that's where I was going. But going back to, well, kind of segueing through that to come back. So talking about streamers, and everything like that in between related. There's been a lot going on with Twitch and YouTube a lot lately. With their recent stuff that they've been going around and doing. Have you been following some of the stuff that's been happening, Jim?
I know you can't mention either or on the other platform. I know that.
Apparently, that's the thing, but I'll be doing it
Twitch
anyway.
don't care. It's mainly YouTube. Like, you
So-
can't mention your Twitch. I'm like, but...
Everyone
what if
does
their
it.
Twitch clip?
I've seen a lot of people do that on YouTube, though, mention their Twitch and stuff. It's like,
Nothing they can do about it. They're two different platforms. One's videos and one's live stream.
I think it's because they're competition. Because now YouTube has streaming.
Yeah, but YouTube streaming is probably better.
For video games. Well, that's the thing I was going to bring to, though, is... oh, the door. Hello there!
You're in the potty. The hell? You tripper.
But was it the YouTube's a bit under fire at the moment, as
Why?
they're not doing too well with the whole streaming side of things, and Twitch, of course,
Well,
being
that makes
Twitch,
sense.
they're the ones that are doing better than anything else.
Yeah, well, Twitch is the streaming platform.
A little guest pop in there. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. Just like Felix.
Well, you get it, I get it.
But yes,
you get Jack all the time. I'll get my brother just then.
just your brother out of nowhere, just popping in. It's like nearly 9. He's just popping in.
Yeah.
Just popping in.
Came to get the gravy.
Came to get the gravy.
The black and gold gravy mix.
Oh.
I knew that for a fact because I got down the cupboard.
Gravy train.
Come and get the gravy.
So that's a recent poll, I guess, in the last couple of days that the stats have shown that Twitch is, of course, doing a lot better than YouTube, which is understandable.
It's
Twitch
better
is
than everything else. Like, why are people trying to make new ones?
YouTube's like struggling. There's so much going on. So,
because that's for videos. That's for made videos, not live streaming.
That's exactly.
I mean, some people can make a niche out of it, like disrespect and all that. No one knew really.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, that's like a lot of them that talk too. If you're on YouTube specifically as well, and if you're any kind of content creator, if you do your YouTube videos or you're streaming, it's one or the other. You can't do both because it's very broken how it works. From what I was
can, but you've got to be very
well. Once your content, it's. I was listening to a few people talk about it, and when you do your content, it becomes that niche market where it is easy to stream on YouTube, but then your content becomes more stream-based platform than actually making content for videos that people can watch all time round. So it gets interesting.
It's one of them things.
Another one between both YouTube and Twitch is they've got some. I guess it's been talked about for a little while, but they've updated their policies. I guess contract policies, whatever it is, and they're now both looking at holding any kind of any users, but primarily content creators, partners, I guess affiliates as well, on both platforms, or whatever degree of like, I guess people that hold notoriety. I guess that like, was it what's that whole? I can't even think of the word. I'm thinking of. But anyway, it's they're basically now with their updated agreements, they're holding content creators accountable for their actions offline. So if they're away if they're playing, so they're not part of that. So if they're not using those platforms, they're looking at their other platforms as a whole. So if they're like. Like if they're on if they're perfectly safe and normal like as a person on Twitch or YouTube, but then they're like
our Twitter's could be watched by like YouTube.
So yeah, so if a person's negative against people or very racial against people, they're going to take that into account and be like, well, if you're going to be like this, then we're going to demonetize your videos so you can't earn revenue. That makes sense. It's stuff like that. So they're keeping track. So it's like if you're going to be an arse to people on other platforms,
as long as it's
going to affect the main part.
They don't take the step too far.
Well, it's just basic stuff. So it's just like if you're going to be a dick offline, or even if you're like a person that's like behind the scenes.
If you're a racist, you should be demonetized anyway.
Well, that's another thing too. Is they're definitely looking at even though it's apparently that Twitch had posted out that it's very like it's not seen on their platform. And they're definitely going to be doing a crackdown on extremists and racism and stuff like that. Good. Like they're going to be.
Fucking stop it! Like Jesus!
Like the extremisms of like any kind of extremists in general are going to start cracking down on.
People make videos of it laughing. Is like, that's not cool.
Exactly. So they're starting to do a crackdown and stuff. So
you're the reason this still happens. Like.
So they're definitely getting on and trying to make their platforms a better platform, especially now with the growth that we had through last year for both. Well, all platforms, everyone became a content creator for that period of 2020.
Yeah, but then a lot of people still dipped because they're like,
But it gave stuff people to do, so they stepped in. Some people made it, some people haven't. So you got to start fine tuning and weeding out stuff, and that's another thing that Twitch has done. Where
also on Twitch, they banned, what was it?
7.5
million bot accounts.
7.5 million viewing bots they deleted.
7.5.
Yeah, that's what I was going to segue into. You just got in there just before I started segueing.
Oh, I didn't know yet. I didn't think you knew about it.
No, that's what I was there's a whole thing. I'm trying to segue it.
All good.
So yeah, Twitch uncovered 7.5 million viewing bots, which left a lot of top streamers losing millions of followers, which is like, whoa.
Mine didn't go down.
No, well, one of them being one of them that struggled, like, well, I guess maybe struggled to them, I guess maybe not, but like still, this is the highest, apparently one of the highest streamers, like loss of followers was Soda Poppin lost 3.3 million followers. He's some streamer. I've heard the name before, Soda Poppin. They've been around. There's another streamer as well, but apparently yes, Poppin lost 3.3 million followers. Due to the cull.
Coincidence.
Well, that's all. That it just shows you 3.3 viewing bots. It's like, did they pay for this? Like, is that how they got there? Like,
they create them just for their fucking stream.
And that's what they're trying to start cutting down. Is start cutting these viewer bots. Like, I
Because
use.
I went to
It's not really a bots
stream, there was
account.
like 10,000 people there. No one was chatting. So I'm like, bots?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one's chatting for like a good 5 minutes.
And that's exactly it. So it's
It's like,
interesting that they're finally cutting down on that, because that's one thing that annoys me the most is having just these bots that just sit in your account. Like they sit there, they don't even view anymore.
It does
Like
help, but it doesn't help us as creators
it's just
because
annoying. I hate it. They
we're
don't
then
do
like,
anything.
oh, they're just some bots. They're not even doing anything.
Mm.
Like, even if they put some emojis in, that'd be nice. But
Like actually felt active. They actually were doing stuff, not just
yeah,
there. Because I remember back in the day, they used to actually give views, but then after a while they stopped being views. But then they would linger in the list, depending if the bots would flick on or not. Because I guess they
because
rotated through channels.
If they got your sound on, it's counted as a view. If they don't, it's just sitting there.
And it throws the counter off, because sometimes you'll see, like, I'll see it where the counter looks like it goes up with viewers, but I look in the chat and they're all bots, and then I'll see it go down, but the bots haven't changed, and no viewers have come in and gone. Because the bot does this thing where it just must turn on and then turn off. The bots must flick through randomly and activate and then turn off again, and they just keep doing that. It's just like, oh,
I think it's keep it idle so they don't get kicked out or something or logged off or.
So it's interesting to see how that works. Like, it's
there's
amazing
probably
how
a
many
lot more than 7 million.
That's just how they managed to find. But 7.5 million is a big chunk that they found and that have removed.
That's a lot.
That's a lot for a platform.
3.5 of one dude.
Yeah, 3.3 million. He lost on his. So that's half of what they found, basically.
And how many followers did he have though?
I'm not too sure actually.
Were they like most of his fucking audience? Like,
well, I'm gonna quickly look at that now. So yeah, so it's pretty. It's pretty.
Like 4 million.
Like, to lose that 3.3 is a lot to lose. Like, that's ridiculous. Soda poppin'. Let's have a look here. Go to the channel.
Like, I'm not surprised if that was the majority, and then he really did pay for it. Maybe. What?
That's basically half his follow count.
Was bots.
Because he's at 3.4 mil. He lost 3.3. That's basically half his followship.
Wow. Jesus. That's insane.
Apparently Ninja only lost 200,000.
That makes sense.
But like, that's very small amount for Ninja. I was surprised.
I mean, big people would lose them because the bots would go straight to them first.
So it's interesting.
200,000 compared to 3 million.
But it shows you actually how many people actually, like, actual users follow Ninja, where bots. It kind of shows you then.
Really. I mean, no one spoke up about it, so I guess no one.
Well, I guess they must have found the best algorithm to detect what's a bot and what's not a bot, because, like, I'm imagining how many accounts would have been deleted, like you say.
I think it goes by names, probably who's watching.
The algorithms, how they watch. There must be some kind of algorithm that detects, like, if they haven't viewed for so long, they're not interacting with channels, but they've been sitting in channels.
If they're chatting in streams, probably.
How many channels they're sitting in at a time, maybe.
Yeah, people sit in like 5 at a time.
But you see these bots, they'll be like 20 or 30 or 50 people chairs. Like, you can't. A rule account can't do that. It spazzes out.
I wonder if electrical longboard got done.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I haven't checked.
Dude, but he's in every fucking stream.
But he's a bot. Well, I think he made a bot algorithm. That's why. But
if he gets banned, that's stupid.
The other thing as well, though, he's a partner as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
he's a Twitch partner, so
it's his account because you click on it and
it's
his account. Like,
I've actually seen him stream. He did a sleep stream once.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so maybe that's why it wouldn't, because even though he's got this bot algorithm, he won't, because he's actually streamed. That might be the difference.
I don't know. You don't really stream to be a viewer, because people that watch me don't stream. So
no, but it depends on how they view. It's just about chatting, interacting, and stuff.
There could be a majority of factors. Like, could be a lot of factors. But still, 7 million is a lot of bots.
Apparently, yeah, that is a lot. It's fucking ridiculous. You heard of?
That makes sense, because I only had like 2 bots in my stream, which probably weren't bots. Like today when I was not live, but I was.
Oh, well, I'm going to check that later after the potty, because I'll jump on to play, do a little bit of streaming.
I'll playing Resi and just have a sneaky look.
See if it's been cleaned up properly.
So you used to have like 10 bots just sitting there, just.
Oh, so many. And it gets hard when you're trying to go through the list too, and you want to interact with like people, and you can't tell who's who, and you're trying to click on them.
I try not to single out people from chat. It's just like, if they're there, they'll chat. Like Unid, he'll be in there, but then he'll just come in later on and talk. Like, He's just lurking for a bit.
Well, you heard of Ludwig? He's
Professor Ludwig?
Ludwig Ugrin. He's a streamer. He apparently broke a new Twitch record, beating Ninja's previous record of broadcasting live for 31 days consecutively. Apparently.
Oh, so he just had it on while he was doing shit and
Yeah,
eating,
just
sleeping.
just let on completely.
I want to do that. Someone said do it.
I would love to do that, but how many times do we have blackouts? Like,
Yes,
or
get
internet
going
dropping?
again.
Like, it wouldn't count, because then it like counts the stops the time.
If it's out of your control, does it count?
That's what I mean. Like, how does it work? Like, and that's what gets me is like, after broadcasting live for 31 days, I'm guessing that must have been consecutive for those hours. But like, imagine having the software trying to run that, like, without trying to crash or freak out.
Just make sure you just got the stream on, nothing else.
Right. Ooh. I was like, because I was gonna say, if it means like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, trying to think, it's like, do they mean like straight 31 days without stopping? Because I don't know. Like,
or 31 straight days.
Well, because if it's 31 straight days, I've hell and truly beated that. Like,
No.
I've in the past. There was one month where I like, yeah, I've streamed like every single day. It's like that's the thing where I've streamed every single day, like through a month.
I'm just thinking now. What I wonder if you could do a whole year of live
Just leave it on.
One whole year.
Just leave it. Well, I mean, it'd be cool if there's a way where you could flick it, where you could switch the source to like your phone. So you could, I don't know if there's a way to do it. You must be keen.
You can.
So you could like live stream of both. So then it's like you could be at home doing stuff, have it on live stream, and when you go, you flick it over to that camera, so you can take your phone with you. And then when you come back, you flip back to the computer. Yeah. So you have multiple cameras set up, so you can take it with you as you go.
I want to do like a bar joke, have camera in there, camera in the kitchen, camera in the lounge room.
Right. Like, I guess they must have. That's the thing too. Is like, I'm guessing everyone has like wireless cameras or something. I'm confused.
Wouldn't be hard to get a wireless one.
Because it must be like, I don't know how people are setting them up and connecting to them and using. Like, I want it. Oh,
probably on charge 24/7.
Yeah, like Jesus, it's crazy.
Easy, just message Barjo, man.
Just message Barjo. How you do your cameras, man?
How you do the kitchen cam, bruh?
Like,
he probably would answer it.
Most probably. You got any stream related stuff? You got nothing stream related?
Stream related. Just that what I said.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
All the bots.
So this is a good one that's been sharing around today. This is some Spider-Man No Way Home. No Way Home. So it was, apparently, I guess it comes down to the point now. He's more officially confirmed now, but I thought he was confirmed. But Alfred Molina, who's plays Doc Octavius.
He was confirmed months ago.
I was gonna say, but the people making this hullabaloo like it's like he's more solidly confirmed. I'm like, well, we already knew he was in there and he was playing the same character. Like,
said it was the same time we found out Toby and that was gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, then they I guess they weren't too sure if he was playing Doc. People must have been, unless people are making clickbait articles again. I'm like, we already knew he was gonna be back and he's playing Dr. Octavius. Like, what?
Because he didn't die, did he? He was just locked up.
Well, that's the thing. At the end, he got imploded with that thing, the thing he built out in the water docks.
Or is that the movie too?
That's in the movie. It's happened because the game's based off the movie. And
No.
Mary Jane was there. He kidnapped Mary Jane, and he sets the whole thing up. They fight, and then it implodes. At the dock, there's that whole vortex object thing he creates, and it implodes, and it pulls him in, and then it floats to the water, and it ends there, and he supposedly drowned or got sucked into the explosion. What it was.
The multiverse, though, so it could be another one.
Well, that's what the articles popped out, and apparently he said now his cameo in the movie follows on from that. It actually shows you what happened after that, and it continues on.
So he didn't die then.
So exactly, he didn't die, and Henny apparently that same version from that universe. So wondering whether I was thinking to say whether that implosion is like a portal where when it imploded, it was like an alternate gate to a different reality, and he's been pulled through reality.
Pissed at Spider-Man.
So even though if it would be a later date down the track where we would see the event, because you think about it, I mean he's going to look older, but to the sense it would be more of like time hasn't either time has changed or time hasn't changed for him being sucked through the worm, like being pulled in and imploded, and he comes out the other end. Whether that could be like that, and then for Toby Spider-Man, time has passed because he's gotten old, and then he's gone through like a different time portal to meet the new Spider-Man, which is younger. So it could be a thing where Toby Spider-Man's old, but then Doc Ock is still like his current age. And he's like he doesn't know the reality of time because of portals and alternate dimension universes and stuff. Imagine how trippy that would be, where it's like Spider-Man's been through all this shit. Doc Ock only remembers him kidnapping Mary Jane and then getting sucked into a thing and then appearing at the other end. Like, how fucked would that be? Like, you've not changed
storyline, though.
Like, because you would just be all you remember is fighting him. After it gets sucked through, and then you appear somewhere else, and then you've got Spider-Man being like, "I'm Peter Parker, I'm really..." I mean, he's not that old, but you know what I mean, like the same kind of sense. Yeah, like imagine having something like that, and you come back like, "I'm going to seek revenge on Peter Parker," and it's like some frail old man. It's like, what? What do you mean? Like,
kicked his ass now, like, because that Spider-Man wasn't the best.
No, so it's going to be interesting to see what they tie in,
like
but yeah,
like he wasn't at the heart of his powers there, but he would be like that long.
Because what was it? They had. Jamie Foxx had confirmed that he's based off the similar version, but it's a different version of Electro.
Like weird, like
that's weird. Why had the same dude, but being like that version, but in a parallel universe, but then having Doctor Octavius, which is the exact same. Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like you have James Jonah Jameson is the same character, of course, all universes played by the same guy, but he's like different renditions, and then you've got like. Vulture comes
does
through.
J.K. Simmons play him in all of them?
Yeah, every single.
He's in there, but Spider-Man's different in every single one.
Yeah. So
it's like, who's Spider-Man? Are you Spider-Man? It's
like, oh, what? But that's what I mean. It's interesting that.
I didn't realize it was the same.
Yeah.
Was he in the Tom Holland ones?
Yeah. The Tom Holland one was the latest one was the Mysterio, and he's at the end. He goes, "We got this footage right here, Daily Planet." He's like an Alex Jones ripoff.
No, Alex Jones ripped off that dude.
It's like a full circle.
Yeah,
it's like a full circle because he's like very Alex Jones in the end of the one with the Mysterio.
Alan.
It's
Alex Jones.
Alan Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. Alex Jones.
I just didn't think he was in there.
Yeah, at the very end, where they reveal Spider-Man's identity was Peter Parker, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man's like, he goes at the end, he's like, "Fuck!" And they cut it for it just says he swears at the end. In the second one, he's like...
on that, apparently the new Uncharted is going to have Tom Holland in it, I think.
No, yeah,
he's game.
He's yeah, they actually is confirmed that he's in. He is Drake. Whatever.
He's going to be in the game, like.
Oh, he's actually in the game as well, is he?
I think.
Movie game, or is it a skin? Alternate skin, like is it
like
a?
Making a fifth one.
I guess it's a skin then, because isn't he playing Nathan Drake?
I think like is
it
going to be a young Nathan Drake?
Oh, is number 5 going to be a prequel, or is it showing prequel moments?
We've already seen a young Nathan Drake though. Or
are they doing it so they can tie the movie in with the game?
That'd be weird. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Someone nodded up.
They should know. I guess if whatever they're doing should be fairly good.
I did see the case for Uncharted 5. It had what's his name? Nate. As an old man, like grey slick back hair and a grey beard.
Oh god. It's just basically him talking. Like the game is just him reminiscing on.
Uncharted 4?
No.
Well, can I say it then?
Yeah, it's old. It's been out forever.
Yeah, 2016. That's not that long, really. He has a daughter now. She's like 10 or something, or 15. So makes sense.
Maybe Uncharted 5 is basically daughter on lap. Back in my day, when I used to be a great explorer adventurer, and it flashes back to young Tom Holland.
They already had that in the end of the 4th.
He
was going through all these stuff. Like, oh, that's cool.
But the 5th one is just all that. The 5th one's just all different chapters.
That'd be bad.
No,
you don't need that. It's a game. That's a movie thing.
Well,
like a game. I reckon it's gonna be like 50-year-old Nate just doing what he does best.
Yeah, it wouldn't change. He'll keep going till the day he dies, I reckon.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he seemed like he wanted more. Like at the end of 4,
he's wanted to keep going.
He just want to keep going.
Yeah, in life.
Although it's an accident in number 4, like he was trying to hide that he was going, but then it just blew out massively. He's like, "Oh fuck, he's
Yeah.
in the shit now."
Oh god.
The game's so good. Like you got to play it, man.
I'll have to go back over them.
You can finish it in like 9 hours though.
That's not too bad.
So it's a quick stream. Does do it.
Yeah, maybe.
I might do it. Maybe.
Well,
I do
perfect.
love the game.
I was gonna say I got a perfect little segue for that one. I actually decided to go through and write some notes down just to remind people that if people have forgotten that we've got some TV shows that are based off some games. I thought I'd do a little refresher because there's been some news popping up which we haven't really covered in the last couple of months. So yeah, because a lot of these had stuff where no one's mentioned anything for a while. Last couple of months, things had grown traction again because, of course, last year we all know what happened last year. We've talked about millions of times. This is why we're here because of it. Huh? What happened last year? I don't know.
With the Marvel stuff.
No, I'm just saying. Like, we already know how the delays because of the COVID. We all know all the delays COVID caused.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I think even about like Marvel stuff, like Marvel shows got delayed and shit.
Well, everything. Well, in general, just I'm just saying, everything in general just got delayed because a lot of these stuff had traction, then they stopped being worked on.
So you're like, what are you?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm just saying. That's why. Well, I technically was making reference to that in a sense.
Yeah.
So just
so then you said no, like what?
Oh, I was like thinking of that, and then I wasn't thinking that. I got myself confused. So we know what's going on with the Last of Us movie. Not Last of Us movie, Last of Us series. That's going to be a pretty big one. That everyone knows. Everyone's talked about that.
I don't think they're remaking the first game, like a full remake.
Is that what the movie is, or what they're doing?
I guess they're remaking the first game onto the PS5.
Okay.
In the PS5 graphics, I think, like the second one, which would be pretty damn dope.
Make it more current, better, upgrade scale it.
I was like, but it's only 10 years old.
Yeah, that's what.
Less than that, but 10 years old. What a remake.
But as of, it was.
Check that in.
When was it? I think it was February or March. As of February or March this year, apparently, from what I think that's what I was reading in the article, the Halo TV series is about 60% complete.
The Terrarius.
Terrarius. Yeah, no, but yeah, the 10-part apparently. I think it was a 10-part Halo TV series. It's about 60% complete.
That's like 50% every 10 years.
Yeah, so that they'd been working on that, and it's set to release next year, as of the slate. So that's what's going on there. With
Halo Infinite.
We've still got the expected Cuphead TV series coming this year. Nothing's been updated. Nothing's changed on that.
I haven't played that.
Apparently
How
there's.
do you make a show out of Cuphead?
Well, it's just going to be just a typical cartoony kind of animated.
Yeah, but that's like
kids show, like Felix the Cat. And...
That is not a kid show. That is not a kid game. Like Jesus.
And then also with the hype, of course, which we've seen with the Witcher TV series, they're looking at doing a Witcher prequel series to like going way back, kind of showing the origin of it all. So,
game does that.
They're looking at going back set before the first game and everything like that. Actually having a proper.
I'm pretty sure the third game does that. Like it brings up things like.
Yeah, well, that's. I think they're delving more into it. So it's supposed to be following a warrior named Eal. Eal or something, but they have character placements for them as of that might have been the February March. I can't remember, but they've had recently last month they had recently got a new actor playing a character in that, so set for the casting. So they're getting onto that.
Have the old dude in it.
So who knows? Well, it's set apparently centuries before the games.
Oh,
so it's like
that far back?
it's like Far Cry Primal. This is like the Far Cry Primal of the Witcher series.
Yeah, but the game was good. The movie probably not.
So they're going back to like the series, yeah. There hasn't been much word, but apparently it's still in the works, which is the Fallout series. It's still listed, so who knows? That's what I'm going through, just refreshing. Yeah, well, they hadn't said it's been canned, and it's still been listed that they've got teamed up with everyone, and everyone's still on board. So that's why I wanted to refresh.
Oh, also, did I mention the Last of Us? The Days Gone got cancelled last week.
No.
Days Gone 2.
I don't know if you mentioned
about it. Maybe. Then?
Don't know if you mentioned on here. You might have mentioned on stream.
Like Days Gone 2, how it got cancelled. A pitch got cancelled. I'm gonna clarify what I said in Twitter or something.
Yeah. The pitch.
A pitch got cancelled. I think they're working on the sequel.
They just want to get a proper story, a plot.
Nope.
So someone's gone, we're gonna have clowns in this one. We're gonna do this. No.
Everyone's going off about how it's cancelled. I'm like, I don't think it's cancelled.
It's a pitch. It's a pitch idea.
In.
Yeah, they didn't like the idea.
With it, and they got rid of the co-op idea. I'm like, co-op would be cool, but then it takes out the
yeah.
It takes out the immersion of just you playing that
feeling. Yeah.
I guess. Again, that game's good. It's coming to PC soon. Also, May 18th, I think. Hang on.
I think so.
May 18th on PC.
Yeah.
Just get that in there.
So they're still expected. We got the Splinter Cell.
$80.
Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed animated series is apparently still in the works for Netflix.
I thought that was a thing still.
Yeah, they're still in the works.
We get no updates.
No, that's why I wanted to go through and double check everything. Because I had this. Oh no, I was sitting here thinking, and I was like, "Oh wait, I wonder if these."
Like, they've been spoken about for years.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like,
so they're still sitting there. Apparently, the Twisted Metal one's still sitting in production. Apparently, like still sitting there with working on ideas. Same as like Tomb Raider. There's a Tomb Raider TV series, and apparently there's still in the works. Even though with everything that's been happening, I got to mention this one, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, an animated series as well, a 10-part animated series, set a side story set following a young street kid.
Is it following from the game or just
it's a side story adding like within that universe? So I guess it's just expanding Night City.
So it's not really canon.
It's canon, but I think the events may have taken place before your appearance, like in the game. Like appearance, it's like earlier on, kind of stapling some events in the city, which may make reference to the game when people talk about certain stuff. I'm not too sure, but they're trying to basically the stuff that they're trying to do. It looks like CDPR's been trying to do other media as well, and trying to expand. So people are signing up with them, teaming up with wanting to expand universes. So
could milk the shit out of Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk will be. We'll get there eventually.
Build hype for it.
So, I mean, we got to mention something Cyberpunk. I was going to look up other news, see what's going on with Cyberpunk. I reckon I could find news.
I mean, I got the patch update written down, another 50-odd gig patch.
Well, I was going to say they had done the second patch dropped and then another patch dropped after that. Like, it's like patch, it's like they had the big patch, like the last one, and it's like patch A, patch B, basically. And they've gone, then patch 2's gone, here's patch A, patch B. It's just like, how many do they need to bring out just when they're going, oh, here's the big March patch, and it was only half of it. And it's just like...
No, that was a full patch, but then this expands also on the cops and that. But
But it's basically...
how broken they were, they still spawn behind you. So
well, yeah, exactly. Like, they supposed to have patched that. Was it in the last one? Was it supposed to be in the last one or the one before that? It was supposed to be one of the big patches that were supposed to rectify that. And it didn't, apparently. So
I mean, it did to a point, but they still spawned around you. So, like, there was no drone or nothing coming in. It was just bam. Not as quick, but it still happened.
And this is an interesting one. I wanted to drop this. Apparently, it's one of the worst films most people have seen on Netflix. Netflix lady.
Netflix ladies.
You heard of which one?
Is that the movie Netflix Ladies?
No, it's got ladies in it. It's Thunder Force.
Oh.
So
I heard of it on YouTube.
Yeah. So basically, the movie's directed Melissa McCarthy. It's basically another movie directed by her husband that she's starring in. It's just like, why can't he just do films and not have her star in it? Like, why does he have to have his wife starring in them all the time? Like, oh, here's a movie I'm doing. Let's have my wife star in it. It's like, do you always have to have your wife starring in it? Like, it's just interesting. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, apparently it's one of the worst releases. But apparently people still want to watch it, but they're giving it bad reviews. So I don't know whether it's because it got 24 on Rotten Tomato, 34% on Metacritic, and a 4.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ugh.
So it's doing pretty bad. I was going to watch it to see what it was like, but...
I mean, it might be good for a movie.
I've seen some scenes, and it's pretty cringy, because the movie kind of even makes... I think I remember watching a scene, the movie kind of makes fun to it. Yeah, it's like... It's trying to be funny, but it's trying too hard to be funny. And like, there's a joke that makes reference to itself. They kind of do. It's like there's a scene I watch where she like picks up a bus and then she throws it. And she's like, "Don't throw the bus." I'm like, "I'm not gonna throw it." I was like, "No," and then she throws the bus. She's like, "Why not throw the bus?" It's like, "Yeah, exactly. Why'd you throw the bus?" And they're questioning themselves like, "Why they threw the bus?" And it's like.
It's not like a kid's show.
It's like, what are you trying to do? Like, make a meta joke on yourself? I'm like, what the fuck is... And they're trying to make, like, really forced jokes. I'm like, oh... Nothing... And I've found, like, a lot of her movies have a lot of forced jokes in them that she's in. They're very forced jokes, and they're not funny. Oh, most things I've seen her in have just been forced jokes.
I remember back in the day, though, she was funny just... Like Identity Thief. She was funny in that.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
But, like, she just forcing the humor now? Like, what?
I don't know. That one's weird.
I guess it was just badly written then by the sound of it.
Could be. The jokes aren't transferable properly. They sound better on paper than in action.
There wasn't much context to it. It's just bam in your face, like, ooh.
Disappointed! And the only other bit
I'm not sad, I'm disappointed.
No, I will say it's like that Hercules meme. From the old Hercules TV series where he walks in, he's looking around, he goes, "Disappointed!" And the meme apparently was, whereas on the script he was meant to, like, it was in brackets, like, it starts going, like, act disappointed, like, look disappointed. So he was meant to look around, apparently that's what the meme was, but apparently at the same time he goes, no, in the script that's what the line was. So it's still in the grey area of who says what, but apparently in the script it was the whole joke was, in the script, he was meant to come in the area, like, come in the area, just come in the area, but he's meant to stand there and, like, look disappointed, like, looks distressed and sad, but when he comes in, he's, like, instead of looking disappointed, he just goes, "Disappointed!" And it's just the biggest meme.
You'd be surprised how often that is in, like, movies and shows, though, like...
They're meant to act it, but then they say it.
I guess how it's written, like, they don't put it in, like, the quote things or anything, like, they don't put it in the brackets.
Because it is kind of funny. Like, it's if you, I don't know if I guess you haven't seen the scene, but yeah, it's just I know because
videos and it's like he says shit like, what was it?
Oh, I can't remember, but yeah, because like that, the scene
like,
again.
Big movie film that's like said something in the background. It's like what?
Yeah, it's just so out of place. But that's that meme is so out of place because yeah, he just runs. Like there's no dialogue to the whole build up. There's just nothing, and the one dialogue he says is just like disappointed. It just feels so out of place. No, it's the actual Hercules, like with what's his name, it's the old 90s Hercules show that came out around time of Xena, but yeah, it's got what's his name from Andromeda. I can't remember his name. Oh,
Jesus. I know who.
Yeah, you're talking about. Yeah, but yeah, because he was big for Hercules. Like that was the big shows back then, Xena and Hercules and stuff like that. They were the.
I fucking miss Xena. They were a good show.
They were great. There's so many good shows like that. I have to go through them.
Yeah, they're just all. I mean, they're passable.
Yeah, they're just...
Unless they're that bad we liked it as a kid, probably not now.
Well, but you see how many seasons and like episodes they pulled from those shows back in the day. They pulled so much out, and then you look at some of the shows these days, and like you get some decent ones which will have a couple of seasons, or some will have heaps of seasons, but it's very minimal.
That's the thing. Isn't Supernatural the longest running live action?
I think in total 15 seasons.
What?
I like burped and like yawned at the same time. Yeah, I yawned and burped at the same time, and I had to try and balance it so I didn't throw up. It was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. Yeah, I can tell you now, that was very uncomfortable.
Hello, boo boo.
Hey there, boo boo. We're gonna see the picnic basket.
But like, I think Supernatural is the longest live action.
Yeah. Like, X-Files only had 9 or 10 seasons.
That had 15, like fucking Supernatural. Nothing's beating that. Maybe Walking Dead, because they've got spin-off. They count like spin-offs and...
Well, live action, yeah, there's not many.
Walking Dead might overtake that. Up to 10th seasons now, I think.
I don't think the spin-offs count. It's got to be like the one set season.
Well, that's the thing. Up to the 10th now.
If you were to count, like, I guess, as overall, Walking Dead will have so many because they've got like The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and that other live action they're doing.
Yeah, that's on Amazon.
So if you add all the different shows and spin-off shows and everything, like that'd be a heap. That would be like in general. That'd be the big. I think
because Fear the Walking Dead is like a prequel to Walking Dead. Like it's set just before it.
Yeah.
So I guess it still counts. It's just they can't call it The Walking Dead because it's already going.
Yeah. So, but it's at the same time it's a separate series. So, but
it's so good though. Have you actually seen it?
What? The Fear of the Walking Dead?
Fear the Walking Dead.
I watched one episode, but I didn't really get into it.
Good.
I lost track of Walking Dead itself as well.
I heard that today in the stream. I was like, they're like, yeah, I watched the first 5. I'm like,
It was like
is that
Game of
'cause Negan?
Thrones.
Like, yeah.
That was like
No, because it went from humans and zombies to humans versus humans,
yeah.
and people with the occasional zombie. That's how they put it.
I mean, that's
And then-
basic survival for most. If you look at movie
That would
stuff,
be
it's-
like in real life. Like
you fight
you
off
kill all the
zombies, and then
zombies,
you got to start
there's
fighting
people
people
left.
because people. That's exactly it. You're gonna have people left, but then people are gonna try and because they're so ruined, they want to survive. It's just basic instincts. It's you or me. Unless we can work together,
either
it's gonna be you or me.
You join us or go fuck yourself. We're
Yeah.
gonna kill you.
So.
Which you think they'd just team up, wouldn't you? Like if that was in real life, you try and team up and survive. as long as
Someone's
you
got to be the leader, and someone's got to have a way of they want to rule everything, and you either follow their
can.
regime or
If these people are alive, it's because of the leader.
Yeah.
Like they're alive because they got led well. Like if you're over there losing people,
Well,
you're not being
the
led
base
very well.
if it was a base principle, you'd be like, do it, or you go, okay, here, this is about your leader. How long have you been a community for? And if you go like, overall community, go, okay, how many people have you had die? Oh, like, okay, well, this seems like a reasonable amount. Okay, let's team up with them. Or be like, no, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Because you could see like if they're a good leader or not. It's like how many leaders you had? We've only had the one. Okay, how long you settlement been together? 5 years. Okay, that seems pretty good. How many people you had die in the 5 years?
good.
Like very minimal.
Probably like 10.
Like that sounds good. Like
you just join it.
you go to one settlement, it's like, oh, how many leaders you been through? Oh, we've been through 5 leaders. Well, that's a big red flag right there. How long you been? How long you been going for? Oh, we've only been going for 2 months. Fucking hell no.
If you're losing like a leader every 6 to 12 months, no,
Uh,
they're not really leading.
Mine
They're
was weeks. Did you not hear what I said? Mine was weeks.
Yeah, like a couple of months, you lost 5.
Yeah, like that's what? That's only like 3 or 6 weeks.
That's what I mean. Like, if you've got one for years, that's joinable. Like if you're Negan may be a dick, but he keeps his people alive.
Well, that's exactly it. He was really protective.
He's only a dick if you don't do what he says.
And that's, well, from what I remember, like, I didn't watch the season, but I know how the stuff went, and that's basically what happened, is because bloody, what's his name, was all wanting to had his group of people, and then he wouldn't
Rick was
follow.
all like, fuck
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah, because he had been used to doing it the way his way, and he'd always been used to being a leader and carrying everyone, and then you had Negan, which was a bigger force of people, and he just didn't want to listen to Negan. It's just like, well, he's trying to help you, dude. Stop being arrogant.
I think Negan's good now, like, what?
Yeah, well, he kind of was in the sense, but he was just rough to like.
I mean,
You'd
he
gotta be
was.
like that. You'd be threatening. You had to be like that. That
It was
was
just Rick who kind of ticked
Rick
him
was
off.
Rick was a bit of a dick. Like he just didn't follow the lines, and he got people killed basically. Rick just got a lot.
More
Well,
than
that's
a-
where it was going. Rick got a lot of people killed. I think the season started to show off more of Rick's arrogance because he kind of was a bit like that, and he went loopy and arrogant after everyone started dying and losing, and it kind of showed you like it happened.
That would happen, though. Like, that would happen as well. Like, you start losing it.
Mm.
People dying.
Did we end up
around you.
losing Carl? I can't remember. Did we end up losing Carl?
I think he died.
I think he
maybe.
did because I know he got bitten and then nothing happened. And then later on, I think something happened.
Or he got shot. I don't know.
I can't remember. It's crazy.
I've just been past the 5th season. Really? No, the 6th.
Well, that's, I mean, so I started explaining stuff that happened because people were, as soon as the episode was aired, people would talk about the episode and I wouldn't even get a chance to watch it.
Oh,
Yeah, and I was promoted by their own Instagram page.
no,
Like, that's a big
you need
event.
to watch it though. It's fucking good.
I will eventually, maybe eventually get around to watching it again, but
I mean, I'll buy them, but
it's
I'll have
just,
to watch them back from the start though, like from the first season again.
that's what I'm going to do with Supernatural. We're trying to do that.
Or maybe even Fear the Walking Dead and then that.
Like, I was watching, that's why I'm kind of gotten at now with, bloody Walker. Because they've been doing episodes, they do 2 episodes and they have a 2-week break, then 2 episodes and a 2-week break. It's a weird method of doing episodes.
Why don't you just have one break, one break, one break?
Yeah, like, I don't know why they're doing, like, 2 and then a 2-week break.
It's
It's
they
really,
can do it at a time. So
must be, or something's going on. But it's kind of an
Like
irk
2-week
now,
break
because
episode.
they're like, next episode comes May 7th. I've watched this latest episode, but apparently it's wrapped up, like, the main story arc they've already been doing. They've already solved what's going on.
Thing in May.
Like, what are you going to do next? Like, I guess there's other story arcs there, but
I'm
we've
busy
al-
May
but
7th.
we've already seen what Walker's always been like, though. If you go from Chuck Norris Walker, he's just been doing random stuff, fighting people and kicking ass. This one's been like a lot more dramatic. It's been pretty
Kinda like
good.
the Supernatural thing, like
but-
they're just doing episode.
Like, they have set up stuff to, I guess, another plot twist. What's going to happen for something
Hmm.
else, and it's like a side story for other characters. But I feel like the
Chuck
main.
Norris, if not like a cameo, I'll be sad.
Oh right, he's got to make a cameo somewhere.
I mean, he is old, but he can still be in there. Like Stan Lee was doing Marvel till he died. Like,
But Oh, I got yawn. I'm very yawny. It's the coffee. The tea, coffee, I can't even think right. What have you done to me? What have you sparked in my tea?
Cream.
Cream tea.
Cream tea. Ugh.
But yeah, no, but that's the thing part, being what was seeming to be the main story arc of the show.
It just went so quick.
And they've done it in like 9 is it 9 episodes we're up to now? I think.
It wasn't only a short series, though, it's meant to be.
I don't know, but I feel like this is going to keep going because they've got more episodes coming, and it's like, well, they've done the main arc.
Be short things.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
18 episodes or something a season. Or
yeah.
16.
Which makes 12. Sense because it's just like, but they've already like, if that's the case, like they're already halfway through the season and they've already wrapped up the main story arc. Like, wouldn't you drag that out? Wouldn't you want to, if it's the main plot, wouldn't you want to drag that out through the series and have other stuff happen in between, and then learn, unless maybe they've learnt what's happened as the main point, but it's going to open maybe up a wider door, and they're gonna go off in more digging deeper in that maybe. Who knows? But at this stage, it feels like they've already wrapped up the main plot. It's
maybe
just like,
what you've watched is a flashback, and then they're going to get into the story later.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get into spoilers stuff because people are. It's just
he's in a coma. He did a Rick. Just wakes up. Oh, that was all
wakes up and it's Chuck Norris's freaking.
Oh, reliving his younger days.
It's different flashback. It's like, what is that?
He's younger than Norris's Walker, isn't he?
Yeah, so, but it's more in modern time. But the time periods are different though.
Maybe
it's more modern. So.
Oh really? So it's not like Western.
It's a lot different. The characters are in different roles and stuff like that.
Oh, it can't be that then. Unless he's on NASA, he's just sitting in his chair. Oh. It's like,
what it is just some guy had come across like Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris had like cut himself something, and they had a little bit of drop of blood fell on him, and then this person having this flashback, and it's like this dude looks like Jared Padalecki had a bit of Chuck Norris's blood, and he's having like a seizure, like coma, and he's having a flashback thinking that he's Walker, but it's like partly loose on his. Imagine something like that. Imagine being so badass, Chuck Norris badass. Like if you manage to get a bit of his blood, you go to a coma.
We can write TV shows.
So it's like other people like, and then there's all these other people playing Walker. And it's just like all these different stories of all these different people playing Walker. And it's like, how did this happen? And then it's like, oh, Chuck Norris like sneezed on these people and gave them like a coma flu or something like that, and they're all like COVID, they're in the coma flu, and they're all like, and they believe they're Walker, and they're all living their own experiences as Walker.
Cool, though.
Just Chuck Norris.
You get like female walkers, you get like kid walkers, get old person walkers, like,
and they all just think they're John Walker. Oh, not John Walker. John Walker's from freaking John Walker. John Walker from freaking Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like, it's a version of Chuck Norris, like it's a Walker Texas Ranger. He's another version of Coma.
America?
He sees on the dude and he's become Captain America. He's like, I got there, I'm powerful. He's all believing that he's Captain America now.
Ooh.
That latest episode's taken a great twist.
Come on, people, we can make things.
John Walker. It's fucking some other weird name. Walker.
Give us a $1 budget. We'll come with anything.
Let's give us ideas. We'll give you. We'll give you.
Like a drop of blood. A Walker.
It's like when the Hulk cut his blood cut. It fell in the bottle, and Stanley drank it, and he became like he became the Hulk or whatever it was. That was the reference that jerked them in.
Wasn't Stan Lee like a hero in one cameo? Like he was a superhero?
Oh, I can't remember.
He's actually a statue in Miles Morales. Like, it's freaking dope. They put a statue of him in there.
That's cool.
It was a shop. It was a store or library or something. He's got this big gold...
Yeah, library, I think it was. It was like a museum library thing. I remember seeing a shot of that, yeah.
Freaking dope. Like,
well, speaking of things in games, the recent Alloy skin bundle has dropped in Fortnite. Alloy rims.
She's not a bit of metal.
Well, I mean, that's basically what her name's after, basically. They live in a metal world. It's a play on words. Alloy? Like, that's like a tongued, like, of someone saying alloy.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where the joke comes from. It's so bad.
A lot of their names are good on there, though. In game.
But it comes
with the second one.
Well, they're definitely hyping it up.
You haven't played the first one, have you?
No, I got it, but I need to play it.
Ah!
I really want to play them. I just want to get myself a PlayStation, have it in my room so I can just play it.
Get their time, bro. Do it.
That's what I'm going to do. I was saying that actually I was talking to Al about that the other day. I was like, oh, I should just get the PS5 and I'll just have that in my room. She goes, oh yeah, okay then. I'm like, well, that's true because I'll be paying for it. I'll be buying it myself, so I just wait for him to get in stock. So tax time comes around.
Got him back. Jump on that shit, bro.
Tax time comes around. I'm gonna bloody get one with my tax money.
I'll keep an eye out for you, like I did for the X.
I'm gonna get that first, so then I can play on my
backlog. That was an accident. I saw a tweet and thought, ooh,
pretty good.
Did you see what the fuck? Like this big whole fucking screen flash, like you drifted sideways.
Yeah. That's basically all my news I've got on my end. I can close that. Oh, right, I can close that. Save up my notes. But yeah, so episode. Ironically enough, like we said last episode, you got a whole bunch of notes there. Not really. Ironically enough, this is episode 16, which is funny how it kind of fell on the 17th, 16th, whatever.
Right, 16.
We're getting close to our full year anniversary. I don't know what we're gonna do yet for that, but we're gonna have to do something big.
We're still, what, 2 weeks away? 2 weeks? No,
you might have to try and get your hands on some decorations, Jimmy. Put some decorations up behind you.
Yeah, my Beardy Bro shit.
Get yourself a little party hat.
I'll wear my
Still not definitely gonna get that shirt here in time, but I don't think I haven't ordered it yet because I haven't had the money to order it.
Oof. Oof.
I'm gonna have a look.
I mean,
I don't think it'll come in time, but I do need to get one.
Unless you find a shirt.
And just get a Sharpie. Beardy Bros. Oh, dude, it'll be a unique merch shirt. One of a kind, because it's just a shirt. I just wrote Beardy Bros on it.
Shirt, like you pickle one and just like get a giant Sharpie and just.
Beardy Bros. I do need to get myself one of my Beardy Bros shirts. So that's the other thing too. Up on our merch.
I want to get
merch store, Redbubble.
Cutting green though, because.
Well, I'm tossing up. Do I get the autumn one, which is our kind of like based off our general logo, the autumn leaves, or do I get the summer leaves, or because I got those different seasonal ones that I made that time. So I'm like,
I'm gonna have to try and make that merch link in streams and that, so people can go straight to it and get like
links to the store. Links to my Redbubble.
I don't know how to make links anymore.
Links to my Redbubble, but then you can look at the Beardy Bros merch on there.
Yeah, like because because people would buy that. People love the Beardy Bros.
Like you just gotta scroll through all my other crap that's there. Just scroll through all my other crap, and then you find the Beardy Bros merch. And then if you get caught along the way, you might find this shirt. You know, this if you like this shirt, that shirt's up on the store. You know, the big grin. You know, and there's all kinds of stuff on there. I've got a lot of different designs up there. We got some, but there's definitely a whole bunch of Beardy range up there. We've got that the actual Beardy merch, the jumper I've worn before.
That's got a hat yet?
Beardy merch. No hats. They don't do hats.
Wonder Aiden hasn't said nothing about that yet.
Yeah, because they don't do hats still, which is a bit of a pain. So
that's one thing people want though, like hats is the main thing.
Well, I'm gonna find all the designs, if not do new designs, and maybe see if there's any other platforms I can do merch on and make one, maybe just for Beardy Bro stuff, possibly. I gotta look into it.
Did Redbubble for that and just use something else.
I mean, I wouldn't mind plugging my Redbubble, just try and get more traction on my Redbubble, but it's hard. Every now and then people buy a bin chicken shirt, which is weird. People love the bin chicken shirt. I don't get it. I need to do a new one. I need to do bin chicken. I need to do bin chicken, like a bin version 2 shirt, where it's like the full shirt's actually covered with bin chickens.
Do it.
Because it's just in the center. I need to do a full one. What? What are you thinking?
No, that's creepy. Like use our beard trimmings to make it 2 shirt.
It looks like beard flakes. It looks like, or it's just like it looks like a big beard, like all the different layers.
All over the shirt. You get a June beard or a freaking Dale beard.
Just a photo of the beard and just have it stretched over the. It looks like a hairy when you wear the shirt. It looks like a hairy chest.
That'd be dope. People would get that.
Yeah.
Wookie. The big fucking hairy t-shirt.
God, so many different things we could do. But you know, there's a whole bunch of those. So we got the Beardy merch, which is even the one that has when we used to play Minecraft Dungeons, where I did the Beardy Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh yeah, the fucking jumper and shit. You got the jumper.
All it was, it was like on a shirt. It's on the shirt and the jumper. You get it on anything, but it was just like the screen cap. It's just a screen cap of the map of me and you playing. Remember that Beardy Dungeons when we played Minecraft Dungeons? And I used all I did was I took a screen cap of the map, which had our arrows on it, and I used that to put on a shirt. It's such a basic design where I like grabbed the Minecraft logo, cropped out the main guy, turned him green, so it like had that reflective look to match like that neon look, and then it had the Beardy logo I made down the side, and then it had just dungeons along the top, and it's just but the basic fact that I just took a photo of the map and it just has our arrows on it looking at each other when we're playing dungeons. I'm like, I'm gonna use this.
I remember that. That was so long ago. That was like last year. Fuck.
Balloons.
He's been doing poopies at his t-shirt. Pop. You just wheel over one. Bang!
No, for my birthday stream that I didn't end up doing anything for, so they just were in the background. I blew all these balloons up.
Where did it go, Daz?
What?
Your Watch Dogs poster.
Oh yeah, that's gone ages ago.
Where did it go?
I
Nobody knows.
folded it up and put it away.
That's sacrilege.
I couldn't take the blue tack off of it, so it's still got blue tack on it.
Oh.
Yeah, the blue tack's actually stacked to the corners. I tried taking one of the blue tacks off and ripped the corner off. Yeah.
That's why you don't use blue tack.
It's so shit. Blue tack these days is so crap. Remember how blue tack... Well, you either get the cheap tack and it like oils through the thing and just makes the like it just oils through the like they're annoying.
The paper.
Or you got blue tack that's just too sticky and it just sticks to it and you can't peel it off. It's like, what's the point? But like it'll stick to the paper, but it won't stick to any other surface. Like
Or
it'll peel off the
takes
walls.
fucking wall paint off.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck is this shit they're using for blue tack these days? Like, how is it made compared to what it used to be made out of?
It's just meant to hold something, not stick to it.
Like, oh.
It's meant to hold it, not super-glue itself.
So stupid. But no, I've rearranged my room. You can't really see, but I've
Oh, I can tell. All your poppies.
got them up there now, and then there's my boxes from my Ubisoft stuff. So that's all up there
I
now.
fell. You hear a big bang, everything falls.
Yeah, it's double
You go
sided.
sit on
So
the fucking couch and you knock the shelf.
oh, that's exactly it. Well, they sit fair back and they're kind of well balanced, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's more if someone dived onto the couch than yeah.
Oh, Jack. And then all of a sudden it's like...
So well, that's the thing too. We're still waiting for him to get his new mattress because his grandparents were supposed to be buying him a new mattress. Huh?
Are you taking his AS?
So what was happening was he's got a foam mattress, like those basic foam mattresses that we got him because he didn't need a spring one. But then we're like, well, let's upgrade his bed. We're going to buy a cheap one.
Comfy than a fucking spring. When them springs break, they boing.
Oh, well, I was going to buy a cheap spring one. And I was like, oh, look at a cheap buy. I was going to buy a cheap $100 spring one, something basic that was still fairly comfy because, you know, it's only for Jack. It's nothing too serious, but it would have been a little bit better.
Going to jump on it, shit like.
But
it,
then, and we mentioned like, oh, it'd be cool if you get one. And like, oh, we'll look at something fancy. I'm like, oh. I was like, you could just got a cheap basic spring mattress. Like, you didn't have to go all out, and they still haven't done it yet. I was like, well, all you want to do is just get that, and I could take the foam mattress and put it on here, so I didn't have to buy another foam one, and at least make this chair comfy because this thing's uncomfortable to sit on or lay on. So I'm gonna put that on there and put a sheet over it, so it like made it into a single bed that was also a couch, like properly folded out.
Sleep stream.
Well, that's so glad I could do that. But
or you just play Fortnite from there, just.
yeah, that's how I used to play games. I used to just lay on my bed. That's why I gotta have it leaning back because I used to lay on my bed. I used to just lay on bed and just play my video games on bed. Sit so far away back.
I can't do that. It gets uncomfortable after a while.
That's exactly it. I've had to grow out of the routine of leaning back and putting my feet up because I'd always.
When you say your chair doesn't work.
Well, it's because it's got this. Like, look at this. Look at this. Straight. If I have a straight back, look at the lean. Look at the gap. My back's not touching it. So if I can sit back in the chair, look how far back I'm leaning back in the chair.
It's not that far. I mean,
that's theoretically these leans aren't good for the spine.
Nah.
You need the straight back. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my god.
No chair's built like that, really.
What's that?
No chair. That's why you get that little pillow there for the lumbar support. So it keeps you straight.
Well, the few of the chairs I've been looking at, there actually are straight back gaming chairs. Because when you can actually lay them back fully and actually lay flat, and it has a little leg rest. Prop your legs up.
Don't straighten your back.
Which is, I need to get one of those new chairs, so I've got to eventually get rid of this chair and get a new chair. But I'm gonna pay off mine. But yeah, I got to pay off my crap first before I can get my stuff. But I definitely need to get a hard drive soon. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sort out these podcasts, and I don't want to lose my backups. So,
I mean, do you need the backup? So,
well,
I mean, you lose the channel, I guess.
main backups, I think. I mean, I think I might start deleting the original footage, possibly. I like to keep the original footage, but at the same time, I might have to
Unless
start
you can
just...
compress it somehow, but...
I compress some of them, but then you got to not lose the integrity. And I used to I like keeping my raw
I like the
files,
stress when you
but
have, like...
exactly. So
I don't know how that happened, though.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the method. That's why I'm going to try and see how it goes with this episode. Something
Do
to
you
do
want
with
me to give you the link to what I got? Like a 10 terabyte for $400.
Yeah, maybe.
10 terabyte. You're not feeling that anytime soon.
No, because I gotta look. Well, it was dodgy ads because I saw an ad the other day, and it was like Officeworks had this thing going. Oh, get a 4 terabyte drive for $66, and I was like,
Oh, that.
4 terabyte for $66? That's fucking
Mm.
cheap. Go on their website. Can't find it on their website at all. I was like, was this a clickbait article? It's like, was this a clickbait article to pull me into the website? Are you trying to lie to me? Are you trying to lie to me?
I mean, Officeworks has got the best deals. You get 40 terabyte, $100. That's
Yeah,
a
so
bargain.
I gotta check them up, but I need to get one soon because I'm running low. So I don't know. Before I get segued or going wherever, rambling on again. Did you have more news or
I've got some things.
I can't
They're
remember.
not big, but
Just go through your notes, I guess. Your
we'll talk
news.
about that. But I've seen today that Sony smashed another record with the PS5.
I heard about that.
It becomes the fastest selling console, both units and money made. Like, damn.
And that doesn't matter. Like, it's just
sold,
being sold. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is from scalpers and their bots.
Yeah, someone said scalpers, like,
But it's still a
Sony's
sale.
making the money.
It's still a sale. That's exactly it. Sony doesn't care because at the end of it, they're making the bank. It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, scalpers are getting
Sony
consoles to sell it for double the
They
price.
sold everything to scalpers because they're making the money.
Well, that's exactly it. They can take that money back that they've sold.
The games. They're
Yeah.
not selling the games. Like,
But that's exactly but the consoles though, they sell the consoles, they're making that money goes back into profits, which then, because they're actually selling the consoles, not like majority of the time where they make consoles and they don't get sold, they just casually flow out, after all they just keep
they
producing.
come down in
That's,
price and
yeah.
they lose money.
exactly it. See, this year, they're still making money, they're not losing the money, so it's still on their margin, they still get their profits, it's still selling at a high, people are buying them, taking them, doing whatever with them.
More than the PS4.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because everyone's got this, I think this is just hype behind it. Because there are people that are buying PS5s that have never gamed before because it's like the new trend to have one. Like, it's just, I want to have one to have one. They get one and they don't use it.
Look, I hear no hype about Series X anymore. Like, I see nothing about it.
Because you can get them.
Not
Not
really.
really,
They're both
but
the same. Like, they're both
here
so
and
hard
there.
to get.
But
I
everyone...
heard 2022, we can get them
But-
in stores. Like,
No, but even then, when it started, there was no real massive hype like the PlayStation had for everyone trying to buy them up. That's the thing. There was hype behind that. But
also, on the PS5, it had its first major update since November when it launched, which brought you can put your PS5 games on a USB. You can't play them though, but you can take them
Store
off and on. So you don't have to uninstall it.
you just move them aside and store it. But I reckon there'll be an update to fix that later on down the track. You leave like a hard drive plugged in and you can run it. I reckon they'll work something out.
Nah.
Like the external, like we have on current consoles. Plug in
No, the
external.
thing they're activating the internal storage soon, so the NVMe.
Isn't... Which one's that one?
Because you can play your PS4 games from the drive, but not your PS5, which makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Because, but even then, I wouldn't be surprised if they make stuff compatible so they can play them down the track.
Yeah. You might need a fast drive though. That's the only thing. Like a SSD or something, not a.
Well,
not
most
a
drives these days
mechanical
are just most of the drives you can get they're external are SSDs too now. So they're built. They're just built faster because why not? You're putting it together.
You don't chuck a mechanical drive as a storage thing. Too fucking slow. I mean, they're not slow, but they're not the fastest.
Well,
Also,
that's me. I've got that in my computer.
when we spoke about Cyberpunk, Days Gone's been spoken about. I mean, I said.
What did you talk about Cyberpunk? What Cyberpunk did you?
The
update? Oh yeah.
And also Siege and Rick and Morty having a crossover, which is weird.
That is weird out of all things to have a crossover. That's just whack.
With that, it didn't really show much, but you get 2 skins, 2 bundles, which is Pickle Rick Smoke bundle and the Gromflemite Sledge bundle. I don't know what a Gromflemite is. I have no idea. but they're a thing now. That's already out a few days ago. This is one for Daz. You remember Resident Evil 4?
Hmm.
That's in VR now.
Oh, interesting.
Only on the Quest 2. Which is a downer.
I mean, well,
But
I mean, it's
if
obvious.
you can grab a Quest, Resident Evil 4 fucking VR, why not?
Well, this
Someone
is
had a
interesting.
thing where it's like they're gonna look up Ashley's skirt now. I was like, of course someone would say that in the comments. I guess someone's gonna try it. You just tell.
What? What is this? That's 10 hours ago. View all.
Where is it? Issue with the Aloy. Also, Resi Village has a demo out PS4, PS5. You can play the actual game, the main game now, not the maiden part. And you're fighting Lycans, which is different. They're not zombies. Like, there's no zombies in that game, I think. They're Lycans and those weird little assassin dudes from the other trailer. It looks dope. I'm gonna be streaming that tonight if you want to come check it out. Well, not if you. If you're listening,
they're not gonna. I don't know why you plug it. We don't plug streams anymore. I don't think it's gonna work because I don't know when I'm gonna upload this.
No, but like they'll get the audio part, so
hopefully,
which would just be Juddy listening. I think like
hopefully.
straight away.
Depending on what I do today, tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, we spoke about this earlier. The Fast 9 trailer, which Dale looked at. I haven't yet.
It's interesting. Oh, Jim, do you want to do a react to that?
Nah.
You sure?
You've already seen it, so.
I can watch it again.
do you do it at the end again?
We can just pause, cut it, and then just do another individual episode.
But
I'm
down
if
it comes out on June 25th, which is not that far. June 25th. Also, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness coming to Netflix July this year. It's an animated movie, which they've got enough of them already, I think. So Fast 9, 2021. Also, these are what I'm keen for. You know how Zack Snyder was doing a new movie, Army of the Dead. That had a trailer drop. That looks dope, man.
Have you that new trailer, the second one? Or?
Yeah,
I haven't watched that one.
React to that.
I mean, double react.
I mean, you do that over the Fast 9 because everyone knows Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
but like Army of the Dead looked dope. And that's in theaters and Netflix May 21st.
Oh, that's not too far away.
Next month, mate. About a month away. And the other one I'm keen for, which I love the first movie, The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah, the Hitman's wife's bodyguard.
Yeah, did you see it too? Did you?
Yeah, I saw that. That's so good.
That looked good. Yeah, but that's also in cinemas June 16th.
Not too far away.
Like, everything's like in June and July now. Like, what?
Everything's starting to come back. We're getting back into swing.
Like May, June, July.
And they're going to be busy months for movies, I think.
Well, Netflix mainly. I get Resident Evil. You get Army of the Dead for Netflix. Like, that's big. Why not Amazon? Thing on Amazon.
I know. I'm surprised Amazon's not trying to get licensing.
Bigger.
I'm surprised they're not trying to get licensings for stuff. To be like, can we stream?
Got Lord of the Rings shows.
Yeah, no, but like all these movies that are popping up for cinemas and streaming, so it's like,
they had,
we'll pay you money.
Welcome to America.
But that was actually produced through Amazon. I think it was.
True.
That was like a spin-off production.
Isn't Army of the Dead though done through Netflix? No. No, Snyder wouldn't do that, would he?
Wouldn't it be on HBO?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Snyder's doing this, so it's on Netflix and theaters. So
I think it's weird that it's on Netflix because it's Snyder. He works a lot with HBO.
Also, they were in Australia, so everyone's over here making shit. Like, really over here making shit.
Yep.
It's insane. Yeah, but The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, fucking June. I'm keen. Pencil. It's only in theaters though, so
I'll watch it.
it depends if what theaters they're in. Like, because one says select theaters, which is the Army of the Dead's in select theaters. So probably just the big ones, not the little ones, or little ones, not big ones. I have no idea. But we'll find out in next month. Most people watch it on Netflix, so I bet you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just looking over the news here, Miles actually bring back some extra Cyberpunk news. I mean, we already know. We already knew. I don't know why people are making a deal going, oh, you know, because the article headline was CD Projekt vows to stick to it with you you know when you do it do it do
it.
I love that meme.
Duet.
That meme's so good with that kid.
Yeah.
You know when you do. So this is the headline is. Hey, get jacked on it.
You gotta get jacked.
CD Projekt vows to stick with embattled Cyberpunk 2077. I mean, it's CDPR. They're not just gonna bail on a title.
It wasn't that broken, really. Like when you
well, looking at the ratings, it's still got 7 out of 10 on Steam and 9 out of 10 by IGN. That has not changed. Like it's still.
PlayStation who took it down, which I get why, because the game was crashing super bad.
There's a lot more on PlayStation than anything else, yeah. But like. One, it's CDPR. They're not gonna like back down from a project. They're not like most companies where like, oh, we're gonna step away and leave it. Like, there's only two franchises they've worked on now: is the Witcher series and CDPR. What else are they gonna be working on? Like, there's no other franchises they need to be like, oh, we need to push this away and like move on. But like, their new IP is Cyberpunk, and they want to focus on Cyberpunk a lot. Like,
well, they say that's gonna be supported for years, so.
So, of course they're going to stick with the game. They're not going to want to drop it.
They're making new content, but they're also fixing things that already exist.
Yeah.
So
that's why it gets me that people are going like, oh, they're going to drop it, they're going to leave it.
To make new stuff, so.
Like, there's no way you drop this. Like, not something that you've worked so long on already. Like, there are companies...
7 years on it?
Like, we have seen other companies do it where they've worked on games and gone, oh, stuff, we're just going to cut our losses. Well, CDPR will stick to they'll stick to their guns. They'll fix it. They'll get it to its 100% what they promised. They will get it to that. We will see it 100%. I reckon almost once it's at 100%, I will play it again.
I mean, it might take
at its pure.
Next year, but it'll get there.
But like we will see it, and then I mean, their government as well has even applied pressure on going that you need to offer what you promised now as well. Otherwise, they're under fire. Like that's the thing they've done as a company. So either way, they're gonna get their game done. They're not gonna just like leave it.
Did their stock come back? Like, did people get back into it?
What's that? The
Cyberpunk stock. Like, people got rid of CDPR. Like
I don't know.
They left hard.
Maybe we should get some stocks on CDPR because we were like all for Beardy Bros CDPR.
Good. People are like, oh, we'll jump back on the bandwagon.
Another thing as well is data miners have been digging up quest descriptions for quests that aren't in the game exactly. So they look like they might be finding DLC related stuff. No, last couple of days. Hey?
Because remember, was it last potty or week before we heard like 19 DLCs or something, 16 DLCs.
Well, that's exactly it because this is more into it now. There's actual quest descriptions now that people are finding. So it's kind of more they've dug in even more. So, well, I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. So we already heard like last week we talked about
can Kerry get his own game?
Just a full Kerry mission.
Kerry's awesome. You finally found him.
Yeah, well, that's after doing the side quest, which is like kind of a main quest. It's weird.
Yeah, you did the whole game. It was like, I haven't seen Kerry. I haven't seen this. Haven't
done until the end.
And then I was like, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Everything is there.
So they cut the multiplayer, I'm assuming, for now, I'd imagine, until they fix their game. They'll come back to it.
They said it was cancelled for... They said it got cancelled, so I guess they're working on the single player for a long time now.
Because it says... Well, someone had a title here going... the Cyberpunk 27 mess appears to have scrapped the standalone multiplayer game.
Yeah,
which was a side thing, but it's like, okay, well, but it's like, it's not their key focus. Their key focus is get the game finished, polished, done. Which is understandable. Get that done first, then worry about everything else. Not being like Fortnite, being like, let's get the standalone game done, finished. Oh, let's not start doing something else. And they go, oh, yeah, that main stand game let's just forget about that and cancel that.
That no one talks about now.
Save the world, so.
Like, no one plays it anymore except for...
Robo-Ray!
Stupid name.
It's because it's Ray. Robo-Ray. When you said when you first said Robo Ray to me, I was like, my brain immediately thought Star Wars Ray, but a robot version.
Right?
I was like, Robo Ray, and I was thinking lightsaber, and she's running. I'm like, what? What are they doing in Star Wars? And I was like, oh, and I realized, I'm like, oh, that's right, yeah. So that's something interesting going on. It was
new characters.
It was from okay, yeah. So the details they found was from patch 1.2. So the latest patch. That's why I think the patch is so big. Is because there's stuff related to DLC prepped in it. So.
No, we're going to get at a later date, obviously.
So that's exactly it. So I guess they're prepping now for the DLC.
So that's 100 gig in 2 patches. So they're putting DLC in there secretly.
Yep, that's why it's so big now too.
Just activate it, and bam, there it is.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
After you download like a few gigs, to
10 megabyte DLC keys, like
filthy model.
It's like 10 megs, but it's already on the game. Like it's already there.
Just give us the patch in like one go. Just give us the DLC in one thing.
Like if
fix the game first.
It's like have something briefly in the game, but if you're making us pay the $10, the $30 for the DLC, like make us be like, not just here's a 10 megabyte patch, here's $30, here's a 10 megabyte patch, like be like, here's the $30 download, like here's the $30 cost, but it's like 30 gig to download. Like actually make us feel like we have to download, like therefore we're actually getting something.
You already have downloaded it.
Yeah, like it's already on it, like it's already there, ready to go, but it doesn't feel like it when we go to.
You might find it though.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because it's already there. That's what I'm saying. When you pay the $30, then when you get to download, because you paid the DLC, then you got to download the 30 gig. So therefore, it keeps it behind, like it's hidden away, not going like sneakily adding it in. And it's already like that's what happened with Destiny. It's like the DLCs were already in the game, and people were finding levels to break through levels because they'd already put in there. And then you paid the DLC, which was like, oh, here's a 10 meg update, so you got access. It opened the gate. It's just like, well, you've already got the content in the game. People are hacking the game to find these DLCs. They can access and find the new things because they can.
I'm guessing the DLC isn't far off from Cyberpunk yet.
No, it's getting closer.
Must be like probably June, July.
I'm gonna do it. Actually, I want to jump back onto Cyberpunk and do that. But have you rode the roller coaster? You haven't rode the roller coaster?
I can't update my game again. It's 56 gig. I've only got 8 gig free.
You have done that update. That was easy.
Which means these patches are stacking.
It's gonna be a lot of content then if they're coming through. So.
Like my COD's already 200 gig. This is going to be another.
I haven't actually checked the file size of what my Cyberpunk's setting. I haven't actually double checked the size of it now. What's total?
Mine's over 100 gig.
Yeah.
Mine's 130 or something. After that, this next patch we'll put 140, 150. And Sony, you put in a 600 fucking gigabyte SSD.
Yeah, that's what gets me. Like they knew the games were going to be large with updates, and yet they're like. Couldn't put in a larger memory.
I don't think they planned for these games because.
But they should know when they're working with developers.
27 gig. They planned for those, not the PS4 game. Like.
Well, I guess that's why they're making the whole thing where you can play your PS4 games off external drives.
Yeah.
Because they are large, so it's gone. Yeah. Okay, games that are on PS5 are smaller, so they will fit on your hard drive. You can play them from the hard drive that's on the system. But then PS4 games are an external because they're larger games. You're going to take up your external drive.
Sackboy and that are only like 30 gig.
Yeah, pretty small.
Spider-Man Miles Morales like 20 gig or 18 gig.
Yeah, that's really compressed like that.
It's just COD, man. That's PS5.
It's kind of good though that we've gone back to the realism of what gaming used to be like. Like we went from the stage where we didn't even install games. We just had games. We chucked the disc in, you'd play them. You had like I remember that back in the day. You had like you had like massive memory, but it was all on the disc. It was just your save files, but you had like massive amounts of memory.
The disc was only 6 gig. Like the game was 6 gig. That's fuck all.
And then now, like to play games, you have to install them. It's like, why does it have to be installed? Why can't I still play it from the disc? Like,
because don't forget these Blu-ray discs. They can hold 100 gig, but they put 40 gig on the disc and like 50 online. Like
exactly, there must be the speeds. That just the drives can't read the discs fast enough. I guess
they can because
they're supposed to be able to, but
weird.
I think it might, unless it's like
they're 4K drives. Like they can read a 4K movie. Like
well, that's like the next thing they're looking at doing. I can't remember if we mentioned it before, but the stream balance. They're looking at the cloud thing where you chuck a game in the disc, it's installed, but then the cloud servers make it so when you do the intros, it runs to the cloud to start up to take the load for your intros to make your games load faster at the start to get past everything.
A good fast start.
So it's just bouncing between. So you would need an internet connection to get the faster load times. Yeah. That's what's recently been
I've
implementing.
used it a few times. It's not really worth it because
It's weird that
it's usually single-player games anyway. So
yeah, it's like I was like it's single player, but then you still need to connect to the internet. It's like to make it faster. I was like, okay.
that's why I don't like Xbox because if there's an update and you got no net, you can't play that game.
Like if it's a single player game, it shouldn't
Like,
be
you
depending
can't
on
start
internet.
it.
Like that's the one thing that gets me. If it's a single player game, there should be no dependency of the internet at all. You should be able to disconnect
unless
and
they've
play it.
stated that it has, and that's
But like
fair.
that's
But
yeah, but like it's single player. Like my brain immediately thinks single player. I don't need to have anything to do with the internet because there's no multiplayer. Like I don't need to be connected. Like why do I have to have internet to send? Unless there's like
come on,
cool features.
Microsoft, fix it.
Like multiplayer stuff, I can understand them being multiplayer games. You need internet connections, like because it's multiplayer. There's no platform single
You
player.
can still play them offline, but
So there's some single player games out there that you need to have an internet connection to
like
play.
Avengers, that's
Right.
online only. But you can play the story offline. So
Yeah, so there's some games that do right, but like I said, there's some games out there that just been so shitty where you can't play them offline. It freaks out. So
yes,
I don't know why.
weird. Developers, fix your shit.
Fix your shit. Stop it.
If it's single player, keep it offline as well.
Stop it. Get some help.
You just went so dark. Turn your light off.
So dark. I'm the same tone.
No, you're missing your ring light or something.
No, my ring light's on.
Why are you so dark then? You just went dark for some reason.
Oh.
That's weird. Your monitor,
Wait.
probably? Yeah, is your monitor. It's probably better dark though, because then you're not so like white on one side, like so bright. Raven. Get the cream.
Get
Right.
get the
You know
can get the cream ready. I'm gonna be Naughty Land by 2.
I mean, Naughty Land, what too? You called it Naughty Land on your stream. You're like
Yeah.
Naughty Land.
Yeah, because he says Naughty Land. I'm gonna be in Naughty Land
Oh.
by 2.
No, Naughty.
Naughty Land.
Naughty Land.
Oh, it sounds like it says Naughty Land.
No, he's
No.
gonna have a net by 2. Like.
Oh, I thought it sounded like it says Naughty Land. I'm gonna be in Naughty Land because what he said, not Naughty Land. Because I'm assuming because he's gonna eat so much.
Gonna be Naughty Land by 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Naughty Land because
Naughty.
he's gonna be eating so much snacks that he's gonna be in Naughty. He's gonna be in Naughty Land by 2.
Gonna be in a food coma.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying Naughty because that's what I thought. Not Naughty.
Gonna be in a Naughty Land.
I'll have to rename it then.
I'm like, it's Naughty.
I hear Naughty every time I hear it play. Like I'm gonna be in Naughty Land by 2.
Why the hell is Naughty Land though?
Oh no, it's just because he's eating so much. He's gonna be eating all the way till really late.
Yeah,
And he's got
Naughty Land.
Yeah,
By 2, like
have
in
you
the afternoon.
Gonna be in Naughty Land by 2. I think at 2 a.m.
You're going for a nap.
I mean Naughty Land by 2.
I
don't know.
He says Naughty. He's like, you're gonna be Naughty Land by 2.
I
I feel like
think-
he just says it like that. That sounds like Naughty, I guess.
Yeah. Oh. But anyway,
Because when I see it, I was like, Dad, what are you doing?
Naughty Land.
You're giving people Naughty Land.
Yeah, exactly it. That's my little Naughty Land. I'm gonna be in Naughty Land by 2.
You've been Naughty Land by 2.
Oh.
God dang it.
God dang it.
God dang it. I always say God dang it.
God dang it. I don't think there's... Oh, actually, there was one thing I wanted to talk about with the Twitch stuff. Recently popped up. I took a screenshot because I wanted to read this article. This is something that we've been ranting... Well, generally it's something that we rant about with streaming. And it's kind of funny now that someone's made a catalogued thing. So, this is the article. I'll read the article here. As more female... Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, as more female streamers on Twitch have turned to sexually expliciting and suggestive content to get views and subscribers, the spotlight on them and on Twitch's responses continues to grow. A site has popped up called booba.tv, which Booba, BOOBA.tv, which highlights current live streams that are focused on female streamers appearing to use sex appeal for views. The live streams featured on the website are often women dancing, stretching, working out, and even just sitting at their desk with the camera tilted down towards their suggestive clothing.
That seems familiar.
It's just that, like, I checked it up earlier to see if this was actually legit, not just like some
Is it?
fake news thing. It actually is a thing, and it basically it's a site that has live links to to Twitch streamers' accounts. Like it actually has them to so the website just houses it in a catalog that you can scroll through, and you click on it and it takes you to the Twitch streamer's channel.
That's helping them.
Exactly. Continue on here. The website calls itself a curated list of entertaining streamers on Twitch, but is clearly showcasing women on Twitch who aren't just playing games. Many women on the list are in revealing outfits, which, while doing pretty mundane things like yoga, cooking, and playing Just Dance. While writing this article, one woman was just sitting at a...
Just Dance is fine. It's the other stuff that's...
Well, here, get this here. While writing this article, one woman was just sitting at her desk while wearing a low-cut sweater with the camera aimed right at her chest. She had over 4,900 viewers despite never showing her face. It was just straight at her chest. Like, that's all her content was. Like, it's like, how is that content?
Busting our asses.
How is that content? Like, that's what gets me. It's like, how? Like, okay, at least with some of the other ones, at that sense, going back a bit, like, it's weird for Twitch. But, like, okay, some people are actually doing yoga, so the kind of workout streams, they know what they're doing. You got the workout streams. Like, the bikini pool streams are giving more content. This person's just sitting there, camera straight at their chest like that, and it's just that, and there's nothing. And they just be like, you know, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that thing, you know. And barely talking, and it's very plain. It's like stuff like that's just like right there. It's like how like this. At least this is thing I can like it's a face. At least you're looking at a face. But like that's straight down their top.
2021.
Like for Twitch, for being on Twitch, that kind of thing is just like how.
They need to stop that. Like they need to give like temporary bans to them things.
If they're doing more than just sitting there with it shooting down their cleavage, like actually doing stuff, I could kind of be like, okay, that's a little bit like it's not. It's still an annoying area because it's just like, why is this on this like kind of service that's a mix between it's like a family service because you've got kids and you've got adults and you've got the mature setting and you've got the adult setting.
Access by everyone, and
but
you can just stumble upon all these.
Because they don't have to have their content as mature content because they're just wearing clothes. But that means it can be accessed by kids, which a lot of them have been kids I've seen in chats because it's just like kids just rant off and say. Like, it's weird.
They think it's so cool they're watching it, like...
Oh my god, there's boobies on the screen! It's just fueling the fire to add them... Like, it's giving them what they wanted, and it's just like...
It'd be funny when Twitch bans, like, everyone who's done that.
When it changes through stuff, like, oh...
I hope that day comes soon, because I'm sick of seeing it, like, I really am.
Well, something related to that, there was apparently another female that was making fun of it, where she had the pool... the bikini pool streams, and basically she had the little inflatable pool with water, but she was wearing a scuba diving outfit and sitting in the pool with snorkel on and everything, and the flippers and everything. I'm like, that's funny.
Entertainment.
That's entertainment. That's funny. Like that's taking that idea and flipping it on its head.
Was she really like showing herself or just?
No, she was fully like in scuba gear.
Like you're fully clothed in scuba. That's entertainment.
But she was making fun of like the bikini streamers and stuff like that. It was kind of funny, but like. But then there's been recent things lately as well where...
That's for your OnlyFans, come on.
That's exactly it. Like, there's things lately where people are getting this false sense of like, okay, this female is attractive, she's wearing certain stuff, this is what the kind of stream they're expecting. And they're going into female streams of just general females that are attractive and like, heckling them, going, oh, what are you doing? You know, where's your bikini? Or what are you going to... When you're jumping in the pool, like, stuff like that doesn't happen here.
Say, flash the stream or something. Like,
yes.
Wow.
It's like, that doesn't happen here. And it's encouraging men to be toxic. Like it's this whole.
It's not just men; it's like both genders still. Like...
Well, they're both doing it, but then there's people that are specifically going out of their way doing it because they know it works, and it's the wrong way to approach it. Like it's for content creators to be creating content, doing stuff. How is that creating content? Like,
who's monitoring Twitch? Like, do they not see all the? Like, I can open Twitch right now.
It's basically anything. I mean, we're content creators. We're not massive content creators, but we're content creators. We do a podcast and we stream. We do YouTube and we stream, so we're content creators. Yeah. Like, we're making content. But basically, it's nearly getting to the point, anything is a content creator. Like, I could just be like, look, I'm peeling labels off bottles. It's like, I'm a content creator because my content is bottles without labels. Like, it takes barely any effort to be a content creator, like, labeled.
We can buy mankinis on Stream and Play.
Yep.
I bet if we did that, we'd get banned.
Oh, well, I got a mankini. I've worn it once.
Is it?
I've worn it once.
Yeah, just you sitting on stream fucking playing Fortnite in the mankini.
I'm gonna make sure it covers across there, just a strap. I just would not want to sit up.
Always.
But yeah, it came up with it's the Borat mankini because I got it with my Borat DVD.
Wow.
Yeah, I worn it once.
Or just get the tape and just put on there so you don't show anything.
The little crosses, like oh god.
Yeah, little crosses. You get your mankini. Just don't stand up.
No, not at all. God no.
I bet we get banned for that though.
Oh, that's the thing. It's like a double standards, right?
That's a thing. Like, it happens everywhere though.
It's always double standards somewhere along the line, and that's what's just like.
At least Mixer didn't have that.
Exactly, it was more gaming. Like there was no you could stream basically anything, but like people didn't do that on Mixer. Like it was different. Twitch has always been very mixed.
They were just chatting, but it wasn't like this. What Twitch has.
Hmm.
Oh, just chatting now. People can be playing music that have it just chatting. It's like you're not chatting. You're playing something.
Like it's put it under the music category. You're playing music. Like or if it's
art
or
music. Technically, I'm chatting to an audience. But I'm playing music, so it's
well, I mean, just chatting is kind of like the lazy area to hang out in. You just go just chatting and you just do nothing.
I feel like sit there.
Yeah.
Like I literally went into just chatting. I saw someone just literally sitting there on their phone. I was like, they had thousands watching. I was like, they're on their phone.
I was just like, yeah, like I'll sit on my streams and I'll look at my phone for a bit while I'm having a break, and people will leave my stream. It's like, how many people just have content of just them sitting on their phone? Like, is it because they're female with the tits hanging out? Like, I don't know. Like, it's the market balance needs to be there needs to be a site for it. I feel like, or a different category where it's like, if it's gonna be part of Twitch, but more out of the way, so that you've got Twitch and then you've got a different category to Twitch, and then if you're gonna do that, market it to the proper age group, because if you're gonna be wearing like
on the cam groups.
I mean, you go. I mean, yeah, okay, you go out in public and you wear bikinis and stuff, but when you're out in public, when people are looking, it's like, oh, there's a person and that person's gone. On stream, that person's there constantly. You can sit there, like I could sit on and watch a streamer and actually look at everyone's flaws and like actually see the viewer, and I can see, okay, there's a scar there, this person's got a mole here. That okay, they've got a tattoo in this spot. Like okay, they've got a birthmark there. Like you can actually observe a person.
I mean, you can in person, but it's creepy.
Yeah, like you're putting yourself out there, but like when you're out in public, you go, oh, you know, guys can sit there and Google, whatever, ogle over.
Right now, watching this.
Yeah, like people can ogle over women on a stream, like just sitting there. Like,
hey, people might do it to us too. Like, you never know.
But in public, you can only quickly ogle over someone, and as they go walk by. Otherwise, it's creepy. It's like it's a weird, and that's the other thing. It's weird.
There's a point where you can take it. Cleavage is not too bad, but anything else, just don't do it.
Like you can specifically see that they're going out of their way. Like you can clearly see, and you can tell the difference with some people too, is because you'll see the clothes they're wearing look very, like there's a difference between clean clothes and tidy clothes. Well, you can tell just
like it straight on. Do it
when you. Well, this is the thing because I'm very observant. I've grown up being very observant because it's I guess my autism, whatever. I'm very observant of situations, and you can tell with people the clothes they wear normally because how people dress. People are comfortable with a certain way. Clothes look a certain clean. You can tell. Okay, you can wash your clothes, you can clean them, you can dry them and stuff like that. Like you can do that, but there's still wear. There's wear and tear to your clothes. Like you've got wear. Like it's going to happen. You can tell the difference what to do. And you see some of these streamers, and you see them wearing their low cut tops, and they're very new looking still. There's no stains, there's no creases, no marks. Like how they're worn, how they sit.
Well, they don't wear it that often.
Well, that's exactly it. Like it's designed. They bought it specifically to wear for their streams. That's what my point's being. Like they don't like on their normal lives when they're out and about. They don't wear those clothes. They don't be revealing. But then they come home, they sit a stream, and they start being revealing. Like it's their persona they're putting on. It's like a persona for their stream identity. It's like, and it's like that. Okay, I'm out in public. Oh, I'm gonna be covered up. Oh, don't look at me like that. But it's okay. I'm stream time. Let's reveal the titties a bit. Get the kitties out. I don't know what. Well, not to get the kitties out. Jeez, that's a bit much. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, it's interesting to see when you look that people have stuff like there's like especially with these bikini streamers like. I was watching one of them to see what the content was like because I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on because someone was like trying on bikinis, and they changed bikinis. Like, how many bikinis does a person need? And they'll go through like 20 bikinis on their stream. Yeah, they had one bikini on left, come back, and
they
actually,
want to try on.
yeah, they don't try on bikini, and people would
But why
like
on
donate.
stream?
Well, that's exactly it. It's all for the
Everyone's
views.
gonna be like, yeah, do the next one. Like,
And that's exactly it. And like, but then at the same time, it's like, how many bikinis does a person need? And how many are they gonna actually wear through the year? If you're like streaming, are you leaving your house? Because some of these people
having between 5 and 10, but having like multiples of that.
this is one person I've watched. I've come across because they're always streaming. This person will stream 15-hour days. They've gone through like on their streams at least 30 bikinis. If you're streaming like basically every day for 15 hours a day and you own 30 bikinis, hey, yeah, no.
Shirt 3 times.
Yeah, but get me here though. Get me here. You stream for 15 or 18 hours in a day. You stream for like 15 to 18 hours a day.
Like, the one thing.
You have 30 different bikinis. Okay, when are you getting a chance to go to the beach if you're streaming 15-hour days and you have 30 bikinis?
Oh yeah.
When are you going to use the bikini at the beach? You're streaming.
Out on the veranda.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, oh, I'm going to wear this bikini because I want this tan line. It's like, I think it's just women though. I do think it's just women buying clothes. I guess that's the sense in general,
Yeah,
because
but
we don't
try 30 pairs on in one stream.
like. That's what I mean. It's like, okay, this person owns 30 pairs. Why do they need that many pairs?
1, 2 max, not 30.
But I don't know.
That's a Dale's ramble, I guess.
And it's kind of a day's ramble. See, I buy clothes. I buy a lot of themed shirts. I do have a lot of themed shirts, but I got a binge where I've got like shit ton of Marvel shirts because I'm like, oh, it's Marvel. I'm not going to be able to get this again. I'll buy that.
That's like this
But
one,
I can,
Mario.
at least with the shirt, like I can wear it out, and I'm actually wearing them out. Like I bought like a shit ton of my own merch. Like basically, most of the shit I've designed, I've bought. I've printed for myself. Like I own my own merch because I've actually designed. Going, I like this design that I made.
Anyway.
I want to put on a shirt. I'll buy my own stuff. Like.
And then people say, "Oh, what's that?" It's like, "It's mine. I made it."
Yeah, I want to get one of my I want to get my Mandalorian one I made. I want to print that out.
Ooh.
Looks pretty because it looks like because when I was looking at it again, it's like looks like a trading card almost, like a full card, and it's just
like a Mando
yeah,
card.
it's like in the desert. It's got the Mando walking through the desert.
Ooh.
Pretty
I
cool.
want to get that face I pulled, like the angry one on a t-shirt. That fucking army hammer.
Oh, I didn't tell you last night's stream with the streams going on. Neb had some this dude come in the stream, and he was giving out like subs and donating to Neb, and this dude was going wild with the subs. He gave me a tier 2 sub to Nebula of Cats. I was like, what the hell? Why you give me a like not just a basic tier sub? He gave me and someone else a tier 2 sub to him, and then he gave this one other person in the stream a tier 3 sub. I'm like, these are high level like subs. These aren't just basic subs.
Tier 3 is like what, $50 or something like.
Oh, $30 or something for I don't know. I think it was like
more than that.
Yeah,
That's in US. Like,
yeah, but I gave out like a, but yeah, I was like, that's a tier 3 sub. That's not cheap. Like
Jesus, man.
And then the tier 2 subs like $20.
Right? No, 30 on.
Oh no, yeah,
33, 35.
something. That's weird, but yeah, I was like,
Depends where
Jesus.
they're from.
I was like, still, it's just like Jesus. That's a lot of money to give out.
You rarely see tier 2 and 3 be used.
And that's why I was shocked. I was like amazed. I was like gobsmacked and hyped for him. I was like,
What does that do though? It just gives you more emotes and give you.
well, it gives you the extra high tier. So if you're like tier 1s gets like a certain selected badge, and then tier 2s if you then you get extra bonuses.
Yeah.
Barjo started doing that now, but no, I was just like, I've never actually seen anyone gift out a tier 3 sub. I was like, what the hell? Like, I've never seen a tier 3 given out. Yeah, like people do it themselves or give out. But I was just like, I've never seen anyone either do it to themselves or give out a tier 3 sub. I was like, what? That's a lot of money for a sub for a month. I think it's a month, but still, it's just like, that's not cheap. That's not cheap at all.
But then when you renew it, is that a tier 3 if you renew it?
Oh, you can choose to renew what level.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it's not just forced into tier 3.
No, so you could be on your streak.
Can you imagine people just going through all these tier 3s and then people got to keep doing it?
Because you can do that with yours. Like if you're on a tier 1 to someone, you can upgrade it to a tier 2 or a tier 3 or stay on the tier on.
Yeah.
You can choose to upgrade, but definitely, definitely that's what I'm saying. Like he needs to put now. He's got a sub to him for like for a month. He needs to put in emotes now for the tier 2 and tier 3, which will give more people encouragement to go. Okay, he's got tier 2 and tier 3. Like maybe
have one in each just to start off.
Because I've only got even though I've got 2 slots, I've only got the one pick boy in mine. I was tempted whether to make a Pickle Among Us character for my second emote or something. Do like a little Among Us pickle, because I'm always like imposter sus with Neb now. We keep doing it all the time, and then I'm like whether to do maybe a pickle monkey even, because I'm like monkey. So
That's sent by a turtle.
I know, but it's just monkey. Return to monkey. So it's like a pickle monkey. A hairy pickle. But oh god, we've nearly hit 2 hours already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I said, cut off at 1.5. But
I know
we are.
No, well, I looked at the time before. It was like nearly an hour and a half. I was like, okay, we should be able to round up. And then we got into a little segue, and then now I'm looking back at the time, I'm like, oh crap, it's nearly 2 hours. But no, so it's just me rambling. But definitely, I think we'll end that there because there isn't not much else. It's just me rambling on now. I'll happily just stop. I'll happily just stop. Right, well, I'll just stop there and we'll leave Jim to run the podcast out.
For another hour easily.
I'm just talking shit just because I'm just casually talking now.
To save it for your buddy stream.
Yeah.
To give them the big rant. But as always, thank you for listening on what, episode 16?
16.
16. It's only the 4th month. Makes sense.
We're nearly, like I said, we're nearly at our milestone year. A couple of weeks.
What is it? Episode 18, I think, will be the... 18 will be the milestone?
I think so.
That's insane, because today's the 17th. So yeah! 14 days. Holy shit. But as always, we've been Dale and Jim, and we thank you guys for stopping by, having a listen, having a Google.
Goggle.
Goggle.
Do me. I'm not having a stroke. It's just me being retarded.
You heard it here first. But it's actually, yeah, I'm fucking.
It's contagious.
Listen, watch it. We'll catch you guys next week. I said watch it. Catch you guys next week. Bye.
Boo.
That cut out. You didn't even hear it. You went too high. Bye.
I did it again.
What?
Did that thing. What's the meme this week? What's this week's meme?
I don't know.
Do you have 1 wood?
What? You have 1 wood.
I'll trade you 1 wood for 1 wood.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. Fuck, that's a Valheim thing, isn't it?
It's no, it's that the board. It's the but fuck. it's the Auntie Donna's board game. That's the explaining board games or something, playing board games or something. Yeah.
Oh, the one at the fucking table.
Yeah. And then he tells, he tells him, goes, you got to trade 1 wood for 1 wood. Like it's like you got to trade for wood to get wood to win the game.
The whole game. Well, I win.
Yeah, he's like, because it's like you got to trade wood. It's like you got to collect wood to win games to do this. And it's like when they like guess the thing, goes, no, you can't say it. It's like you got to say the thing without the thing. Oh, so good. But then it goes to the point. It's like we've now changed the rules where it's like 1 wood. Yeah, it's like mindfucked each other because it gets to the point where it's like you got to trade 1 wood for 1 wood. It's like, why would I trade 1 wood for 1 wood? I'll just keep the wood I've got.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he plays like the Don's goat thing. He's like, I play this, and he goes, how's that work? He's like, you win the game. He's like, how? I've been collecting all this wood. Yeah, he's like, yeah, it's like, why am I collecting all this wood? Because you collect the wood to win the game. But then he plays his cards like to win. Yeah, but that wins the game. It's like this whole fuckery of things. But it's just a thing.
That's just a thing. Like I did watch it. I kind of got lost when I was watching it. I'm like,
it's a big mind fuckery.
It's like, what? 1 wood for 1 wood, then he wins.
That's just like what? Yeah, what was the thing? Because like, what the one was the